Hey everyone, this is Louis7 and I am streaming The Lord of the Rings Online. I am going to be continuing the Update 24 content with the Vales of Anduin, so I am on the 64-bit client and will be continuing to test that because I did crash 3 times last time. But in all the playing I have done since then, I have not crashed at all, which also includes a pretty long play session, or not really a play session, it was mostly AFK session, but that was like 2 hours and didn't have any crashing during that whole time still. And I also did like all the work on the videos between the 32-bit client and 64-bit client and some other things and have not crashed. So the only time I have crashed has been here in Vales of Anduin, but I will be testing that a bit more. I don't know if that would be related to DirectX 11 or if it was just the specific things I've done. And I mentioned this kind of thoroughly here at the beginning because I've just heard a few people have been crashing. And then I also logged on some of my other level 120 characters and actually saw that there is an actual like intro quest for the zone, but I guess because I'm not level 120 is why I did not get that on this character. But that is actually to talk to Legolas at the gate here between Aaron Lascalen and the Beorning lands. So yeah, that quest actually did exist, but I think because I am not level 120 is why I didn't get it. And I totally accidentally closed out my stream there, so I have to bring that back up so I can look at the chat. There we go. Okay, so I am ready to start questing, and I have to do the Gift of Green Leaves. So I accidentally like started this twice last time, but this is the instance quest, I guess, from Legolas. Didn't actually do it. I said I started it because I accidentally clicked like the travel now because he had a ring above his head twice in a row. But yeah, this is in Roscoe-Bell, it looks like, and I have to listen to Legolas. Trying to listen to, I guess I have to actually target him. Oh, I was hoping I could just keep like spamming listen and that would be like him telling his story, but we gotta sit here and actually listen to him, and I cannot hear any sound right now, so we should probably check that. Oh, that's because I have the volume off. You all should still have volume. I don't know, OBS has been a bit weird just totally resetting the audio, but it looks like it is still set to where it should be. So not sure how much I'm listening to Legolas, or more actually listening to these guys over here with Radagast. But yeah, I think this quest is kind of setting up what's going on here with the zone kind of in the Roscoe-Bell area. We will see what's going on. They still haven't said much here about why we're here, I don't think. I was actually looking, she just said... That one. One of them just said, why have you called us here? And I don't think he has actually said why. Guess we are waiting for these two elves. But yeah, this quest is weird because it says let Legolas tell his story, and I don't think he is the one telling any story at all right now. So the Benzu, hey, and you have some weird bugs after the update. Your right click does not respond, and you can't open doors or talk to vendors. You have to click multiple times for it to work, and that does sound annoying. I have no idea why that would be an issue. I have not had that issue. My right click is working fine. One thing for at least opening doors that you could do is use the interact key, which by default is U, so if you just like press delete to select the door or just click it, you can press U to open it, but that's not too much of a help if you can't just right click things. But that is something you can do as an alternative. I don't think you can talk to vendors with that, but you might be able to. I'm actually thinking you can now. But if I press U, it like is the interact key, so it should be the same. You check the forums and people have had this problem before? Yeah, I've never actually heard of that or seen it, so it's kind of weird. Oh yeah, I sent some stuff to this character because her armor is not that great and she's still level 119. And particularly not that great for this zone. It would be okay if I was still questing probably in the Ironfolds area. One of those. Okay, so now Legolas is actually telling the story.
May this story help
And
you in your dealings with the
Now I gotta go back. I must have my volume really loud. I thought I turned it down, but I guess not. Because there's no other sound going on than when he talked, it was really loud. So unfortunately this gear I can't equip though, so that's pretty sad, but it's not even doesn't have the best itemization. The finesse will be nice, but the fate I do not care about at all, and the main stats are much less useful than they used to be. So we need to talk to Beorning, or Beorning. Travel to Karok. Where is that? I think I have... No, I don't have another quest there. I still have some couple of breadcrumb quests to go to Wolfden's and Wood's Edge. But I figured I'd go ahead and finish everything here, which was just Legolas with that. I guess I can talk to a vendor, but I got hope tokens. Those should boost my survivability a little bit, I think. And then I also got some level 116 food, which should be better than what I have. Yeah, it's quite a bit better resistance. Over twice as much resistance, I think a lot more regen, and the agility is not the biggest upgrade. It's 900 more agility, which is a lot, but just main stats not being that great anymore. It's not the biggest thing, but all this stuff should help, and that's why I got it on my Runekeeper to send to this character. Hey Hidden Kazoo, you want to PvP on this game? Is there plans for a real PvP? You don't mean the monastery thing? There would not be plans that I know of to change the PvP at all. They have sparring. That's probably the closest thing to what you mean for real PvP, but the other thing is real PvP because you're actually, it's player versus player still. So we are ready to leave. I did want to talk to a vendor. I think that's what I was in the middle of going to. And then I got distracted by my new stuff. See, I can sell most of the stuff, and I can actually sell some of my old food. I don't mind just going ahead and vendoring that. I also have shield spikes and some light oils I can do. I don't know how much those would help, but I do have them. So hey Shagrath, and good evening to you as well. You're happy with the 64-bit client? That's good because I am too. And you can have water reflections enabled, so that's nice, and your graphics maxed out. The game looks gorgeous now. Yeah, I think I have my fill density really high. I was messing with my graphics a lot. It's actually not too high. Next, I could turn it down like that low right here. We'll probably go to 15. It's not too bad here, but there's just a lot of stuff, a lot of frills going on right here. Speaking of that, but yeah, it's nice with that to be able to turn the graphics up if I didn't have to use OBS and stream and just everything with that taking up some resources. I could probably go higher settings and get pretty smooth gameplay. In some older zones I can still play on like ultra high, everything maxed out with, even with like recording and stuff. But yeah, right now I think my options are pretty much set. I think I have, yeah, a lot of things here set how I like them. There are some things with like DirectX 11 and DirectX 10 I have to probably play around a little bit with more. It'd be nice if you could have two different set of graphics settings, not just 32-bit client versus 64-bit client, but so I could do like for the legendary servers where they don't have newer regions, I can run higher settings on there, especially in like Moria. That place does not take all that much. But yeah, those regions I think I could run a lot higher settings on it. It'd just be nice to have some sort of simple click to switch between a couple of different setting configurations. So we are going to the Carrick. The Pact of Paws and Wings. I expect wargs and what are those things? Hendrivel. I think there's a cave here. Somebody mentioned there being a cave that I actually didn't explore, so I need to go on top. But this does look like a cave. No, it's just race is not compatible. Okay, I guess it's a Beorning cave maybe? That's just what I'd guess based on where it is, but I don't actually know. Don't know if I've ever seen a cave like that where your race is not compatible though. And we get to wait for the train horns. They've been really loud today. I was actually recording a video for tomorrow and they kept going off a little bit earlier. Yes, trains in Middle Earth.
The Vales are under our protection.
Oh, Unfortunately, I can't bow while mounted. The Eyrie? We can go there. Guess that is where I need to go. But oh no. It just took me. I was hoping I could actually fly. I was like, that'd be a good time to get screenshots or something. I might still be able to get some neat screenshots up here. Okay, just gotta be careful to not fall. But yeah, this is a nice little overlook. You can see a lot of the landscape on top of the mountain here. Can really see where it transitions. It's a lot lighter green around the Beorning area, and then Beorning Husk I think is actually right there where my mouse is, with some darker trees surrounding it, and then you have kind of the forest off in the distance, which we can't quite see, and then thicker trees again to the south, and that kind of darker area over here, with more of the like, I always call those trollshaws type trees, but I think they're in North Downs and Evandem as well. Maybe. Not sure about Evandem actually. I don't know. I'm trying to think where I actually see a lot of trees like that now. But yeah, this is a neat area that you can unfortunately not fly to, but get flown to. Okay, well we can continue on with questing. We have to bow to somebody. Really big eagles. I guess that should be expected, but I just wasn't expecting too much with this. I know they mentioned like in the update that we would be with the great eagles here, but I didn't really think too much about that. This is a pretty neat area. So we need to bow to Landreval. I didn't even know Landreval was an eagle. I just thought it was the name of a server. I assumed it was named after something like Arkenstone and all these Anor. So we need to talk to Landreval now. Oh, bow to Meneldor. That one. Wasn't Meneldor on server before they consolidated them? Oh, now I get to look. I've already done my looking a little bit, but we can look again. There's a lot of, I guess, clouds. It looks like smoke actually, but I guess it's clouds. I don't know if it's the way with the sunlight right now, if it's just always that way, and it makes it look smoky. Hey, Lantris Ring, you're thinking about starting LOTRO. Any class suggestions? So a good class to start, I don't know, a lot of the classes aren't bad to start. Some of them can be a little bit more difficult or harder to get used to. So I would recommend avoiding something like Lore Master, but that one can be fun. I enjoy Lore Master. To the south is a bit harder to do. Oh, we can actually get a decent view up here. I'm worried about falling, but I want to get like as close to the edge as possible to get a decent view. I'd like to be able to go over there, but it just doesn't let me. Like get a little peek into that valley with the mountains. I don't know what's there. Okay, I got some screenshots for this zone. A lot of those might not actually turn out to be too good for screenshots, but it's still neat to see that, especially while actually playing. Okay, let's talk to Gwei here. Wasn't that another server or something, Gwei here? I don't know, I feel like they're naming all the servers after these eagles after I see these eagles' names. That's the German server actually, I think, or French. One of those maybe. But to get back to the classes, oh, we need to talk to that guy again. Okay. Travel now. We will bring you to the croc immediately. Get ready for flight and then fight. Hopefully we can actually fly this time, but I don't think so. Yeah, unfortunately not. Now we're somewhere a little bit different. Oh, we're back at the top of Croc, that's right. Gear up. But Champion can be good. I don't personally enjoy Champion as much, but a lot of people enjoy that if you just want like a basic melee class. If you want a basic range class, you have Hunter. Do you want something I think is more fun for a melee class is Guardian, but I know a lot more people like Champion than me. But that's another melee class that can be good at tank if you want that. If you want to be able to heal, you could play Minstrel. That one might be a little bit complex for like your first class, but could be good for an ult. But they would be the main healer you can use at that point, and I am dying here. I forget how squishy I am. Just like playing a little bit on my other characters. This is my squishiest character in this area right now. Even squishier than my burglar in Mordor. Okay, I think a little whelpling is coming up. Or we can just pull them. Maybe we have to go down. But yeah, another class if you want like a sneaky rogue type could be burglar. They're not too bad right now. They got a lot going on with them, but I don't think they'd be like bad to start, especially if you're familiar with like an MMORPG in general. None of the classes, I would say, besides Warden are too complex to start off as your first class. The Warden is the class I'm playing right now, and that one you do have to buy. You can either buy it through getting an expansion because it was released with an expansion, or you can just outright buy it now. I got it from the expansion way back a long time ago. I'm gonna go ahead and eat some of my new food and use the hope token. I'm curious how much the hope token will increase my morale actually. Okay, I think I got about 4,000, so that's not too bad. I looked for vitality food, but I'm not sure they have that for the newest foods because that would be a lot stronger than the main stat ones. And if I get too squishy, I can always just switch to DPS spec. Or to tank spec from DPS spec. I think also being level 119 though will help with my survivability a bit, because I'll be able to hit more stuff. And that was a big thing, like getting deflect and block parry and evaded was hurting me last time, because when my skills actually went off like they're going off now and hitting the enemy, I'm not too weak. I am still a little bit squishy. But being able to do that fairly simply is how a fight should go, I think, and with my gear seems reasonable when I'm not actually missing all my attacks like I seem to be missing important gambits a lot yesterday. It feels like it was like 3 days ago when I played. And hey Harsh Armor, much love from India. I think you're might be the first person I've actually seen from India in the chat, so that's neat. You made a Warden on Anor after watching my videos. Keep up the amazing work. Well, thanks for that, and hope you're enjoying your Warden. They're pretty fun for me. There's a small chance. I think I'm running the 64-bit client, but let me make sure. Okay, I just realized because I was doing some testing earlier that I could still be stuck on the 32-bit client, but I am on the 64-bit client. Thought I would just check that because I just thought of it. I don't know why I used a bleed there. Could have just killed like both of them with Desolation probably. The leader of the Drake Assault has arrived. That sounds fun. Oh, a 200k morale signature. I'd like to do this one in DPS spec, but I honestly think I will die. So that sounds like a good time to just go ahead and try it in DPS spec anyway. I think if I get like any sort of bleed going on, I should... Did I use the right one? Oh, I want to use the plus maximum morale. 5%'s pretty decent. But I think as long as I like start him off with ambush here and get my bleeds going on pretty early, I should be good as far as damage. And actually start off with Desolation just to hit him big to start and get that in battle memory. But yeah, if I get my bleeds going and they all actually hit, I think he'll die pretty soon after that, and I use a couple more gambits maybe. Oh, unfortunately, he did something and didn't get hit by a Spear of Virtue, but he is dead because the bleeds ramp up a lot of damage pretty quickly. How do I group up with my friends in here? Like, are you talking about how do you group in LOTRO? Because it's... if you've played like any other MMO, you can add them to your friends list or whatever. Or if you see them, you can like... these are all people. I can't actually invite anybody since nobody's on. But yeah, you can just like invite people to group. You can right click their icon if you're actually targeting them and invite them and things like that. Okay, so you're between creating Burglar and Guardian. My personal class that I would choose between those is Guardian. But I know people enjoy Burglar more as well. If you're looking to tank at all, I would choose Guardian because Burglar cannot tank, but both of them are good solo classes. The Guardian DPS used to not be that great, but now it is actually pretty decent, so there's not too much of concern with that. Unfortunately, this piece of gear would be really defensive. I want things to increase my damage. I don't care too much about my defenses, but an upgrade's still an upgrade, I suppose. What did I just do? Another instance quest? Okay, hopefully this one isn't too bad. This is kind of odd because we did all this stuff to like decorate this and seem to prepare all of our Beorning type stuff. And now we're doing set the table for like a Beorning class tradition. Yeah. Many members and guests, okay. There we go, now we have some stuff to do. Random dancing dogs? Yeah, they look like little shepherd dogs. They look evil for some reason. What are we doing? We're taking the food from the sheep. I don't know if it's just the way the icon is or something with their eyes, but the way they are in LOTRO, they look like evil dogs right now. I don't know. Maybe not once you actually like look at them a little bit more, but they're a little bit weird looking. Could just be Middle Earth dogs though, and the way they're standing. Oh yeah, we did get a new piece of gear. I wonder what the gear looks like if I get like a full set from questing here. I hope it would actually look neat because I've been using the cosmetic sets I've had for a long time and it'd be nice to replace some of these. Actually, it's been a long time since I've used this red one. I just got kind of bored of the purple and golden one that I have used. You know, I haven't even set the table yet. I guess this is part of what I'm doing. I just saw these glowing things on the table, but there's nothing for me to do there. Good place for nuts. I hope I haven't been doing stuff I don't need to do, because I keep just running around talking to, or doing things, interacting with things with rings above their head. Okay, so it looks like I still need to do stuff, so we can do that. Place fruit on the table? Well, that thing just left. Is this just like an instance where you keep doing things for a certain amount of time? That's the weirdest thing. I can't interact with anything. I feel like if I leave... Okay, here these things are back. Taking the dinnerware. They have all the animals carrying everything for them, I guess. Oh, I need to give the... Oh, I actually did that right. It said you should give the dinnerware to Star, and I didn't even realize I did that. Okay, so maybe I have been messing up. I need to give the dinnerware to Bud. Okay. There we go. I think one horse walked out and I might have to wait for it to come back now. But now I'm actually paying attention to what I'm doing when I click things. Yes, this quest is really weird. Oh, he came back this way. I think he went out unless it was another horse. He went out the other way. Okay, so I need to give this to Sprout, who is this dog. I feel like he needs to be pet and his fur. That would mat it down a little bit. Enjoy a moment's rest. I think I will. Right here. Oh, I guess I wasn't supposed to stay in here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these dogs. They look a little bit weird. I don't know if it's just the way they made them here in LOTRO, or if something is actually wrong with them here. But it's like their fur is just randomly sticking up, and then the spine area, it's actually down. And then they have really scraggly fur as well on their legs. Oh, I need to sit down for a meal. Oh, I'm sitting on the table though. Apparently it was a good place to sit, and I can enjoy my meal here. I haven't talked to Beorning, and he is letting me do it. At least they let all their animals inside while they're eating here. Who do we even have here? That looks like Legolas and 3 other of the Beornings here. I don't know if these guys are Beornings, but like the woodsmen here in the Beorning area. But yeah, this is just a really weird quest. Hopefully the feast is... At least we're starting the feast, but I don't know too much what will be going on here. I guess there's something that will be going on a little bit with the story. Looks like they were leaving Velagoth, and I guess headed this way, and the trees and Aaron Laskalin attacked them. And then somebody else is telling a story, it looks like. I wanted to look at my virtues as well. This would be a good time. If y'all are interested in the story, it's still going on in the chat log there. I'm trying to pay a little bit of attention. They're also coming through to... What did I do? I accidentally clicked something. I guess I clicked my blue line. Oh, I don't have any virtues set up in the blue line, so we can do that. Probably want charity just because it's so high level. Same thing with loyalty. And maybe justice. Justice has bad stats, so I do not. I think justice is an old one that actually had good stats. I don't remember what it had, but for some reason I thought it did in the old version, like relatively. But determination, just because how much physical mastery it has, I don't know if there's anything else I would really want. Honor's pretty low. I'm just looking at my high level stuff, and then I see like honor's pretty low. Discipline I think gives, yeah, that's not too much what I'd want. But in blue line, I'd ideally like defensive stats like honor and fortitude, but fortitude's also really low. Innocence could be good. Some physical mitigation. Wonder what my physical mitigation is like. We're still enjoying the meal, so we got that going on. Hope they can pardon the interruption of me using Dance of War to check my mitigations a little bit. So my physical mitigation seems okay. I don't know how much tactical damage I take. I know in Aaron Mithrin I took a lot. But I haven't seen too many mobs, like so far at least, that would be too much tactical damage, and I could still use a little bit of physical mitigation. It's not like I have that much with these virtues, so something with a little bit of that I think would be okay. I think determination is... I don't know, it's about similar to Valor overall. I'd get a better passive boost from determination. So I will consider replacing that, but I want something defensive right now. And I thought I just had something in mind, innocence, that's what it was. If I have like one more good mitigation or vitality, I don't think I have another morale one that's good. I have fortitude, that's the only other morale one. Valor? That one? No, that one's the offensive stat one. Yeah, I think this is about as good as I'll get. If I want to replace determination, I could. Main stats are just so horrible now, but I still get more mastery overall from determination, but Valor does have some other things and a little bit less critical rating, but has finesse rating. And I get the better passive benefit from determination. But the one I want to select earning, that is a good question. Probably Valor. I don't know what I had before, but yeah, that's the one I want earning. So we got the blue line set up there. We're still enjoying the meal here. I don't know if you all have been paying attention. I stopped paying attention to what was going on when we did that, but it was good timing doing all that stuff. It was a long meal. Which I guess would make sense that it actually takes a little bit to eat. Oh, I get a bowl of raspberries for that? That's good. Actually, I really like raspberries, but unfortunately, they're actually expensive, but yeah. So we did Quest of the Wilder Folk, we got one of those done, so this would give actually Virtue XP and 10 gold marks to complete, I guess, all of the Quest of the Wilder Folk. I guess all the areas here in, what's his own, Vales of Anduin? You don't know what the point of that was, but okay, from the story. Yeah, I wasn't paying too much attention to what was going on. I think some people talked about why they were there, and then somebody else came. Was it, might have even have been Gandalf, I don't remember though. Somebody was there. Yeah, it was Gandalf. I thought I saw him. I wasn't paying attention. But I saw somebody that looked Gandalfish, and it was him. So we're done with these set of quests. I do have 2 quests to go to other area, Wood's Edge and Wolfden's. But as far as the deeds go, I did want to look at that a little bit more. Ghoul marks, ghoul marks. Oh, reputation. That's one thing. I do have a little bit of a concern with reputation. I think I talked about that last stream, that just because it requires Kindred to be able to barter for the medium armor, that is like the biggest concern I have right now, at least. The relics, once I get ally, will be really nice. I don't know how close I am to ally, but at least that would be really nice for me if I can get that. I'm still, what's that, almost 16,000 away. But we can look. I guess I sold all my task or potential task items. But yeah, I need to try to make sure I cap all the tasks for the day if possible. I don't know if I have any of these. Yeah. Okay. So I just gotta remember to not sell task items, which is really weird for me because I always sell those and don't pay attention to tasks, but I think the reputation is going to be worth it, unfortunately. Special honey roll recipe? I assume that is level 120 food. Oh, what? That is weird food. Only one special food may be active at a time. Unique Vales honey, iron full. Okay. I didn't know foods like that existed. But yeah, that's just plus 5% damage up to, I guess, at level 120 only, but seems like it'd be effective in raids and things. And then this is also a guard scroll for just 1 mitigation. I haven't seen any of these things on the auction hall. I actually looked at those, but I haven't actually I don't remember seeing these at all when I looked at this vendor before. Drops Vales honey. Okay, that's probably a crafting ingredient if I had to guess. Artifact of the Veil. Rhyme of the Veil. Not sure what these are, but I assume they're crafting related things. Oh, they also stay active after retreat. That's actually pretty nice. And Augustin, the 64-bit client, was also implemented in the legendary servers. Those run on the same updates that the regular servers run on, so yes. Crown of the Great Goblin. I don't know. It's also a little bit crooked, which kind of annoys me, but maybe it's supposed to be. Or I guess it would be supposed to be if it is like that. Then they have Cloak of Skin Changers, some cosmetic stuff. Probably save my ghoul marks, but thought I would visit this first page a little bit more. Little Spotted Pig might be nice. And then some more recipes than the relics, which I would like. But yeah, unfortunately I cannot craft those specifically. Where do we need to go? I have 2 quests now. I gotta decide which one I want to do first. Probably the one... You know, I don't know. I could do Holtvis or Wolf's Den. I think Holtvis will have some more interesting things about it and might lead towards Wolf's Den, so we'll try Holtvis just because that's the next area I have, and I already have the swift travel there, so we can untrack Wolf's Dens, or Wolf Dens. Looks like we'll have some goblins there. I assume we have wargs as well there, and wolves, of course. Do I like action RPG games? I have played some, and overall I would say I do not enjoy those all too much. so we need to talk to somebody here, and I'd like to set my milestone here because I do have a travel to the Beorning hunt. I have my Warden travel, I got the muster. So I can set my milestone here safely now. Very nice being a Warden sometimes. This is the same vendor, I believe, yeah. Oh yeah, there are 2 more barter people. I don't remember if we talked to them last time, but we can talk to them. Oh, they're still not here. Okay, maybe they phase in. Some of these NPCs might phase in later. Hopefully they don't require doing the story, because I can't do the book quests because I haven't done the Arid Mithrin ones that I need to do that for. And that book quest, or just between Ironfolds and Arid Mithrin, was just non-enjoyable questing. That turned me off to getting to Arid Mithrin, but I did work through it and got to Arid Mithrin, and it was an okay start. This zone's a lot better so far, I would say. I'm trying to get where I need to go. I think I need to go like all around and go up. I don't think there's a path there. Your first MMO was Lineage 2? I think I've heard of that. I've definitely not played it. Oh, that's a decoration bowl of raspberries. Looks like I can make my way. There he is. Rickmore. Okay, got our ghoul marks and search for the crossway to the Old Forest Road. Okay, travel to Blomgard and Lorelad. Those are our 2 quests. One to head slightly north and one to head decently south to another camp, it looks like. This starts a quest. Oh, this is one of those Lost Lore quests. These ones are kind of annoying. I mean, you can always, I guess, probably eventually look up where all these are. I almost want to doubt since people have found all the locations and documented that by now, but yeah, those quests, I don't know. The Lost Lore quests, I don't know what people really think about them, but they're not my favorite overall. It's kind of nice to have something extra to do, but I'm not sure that is the type of extra thing I would like to do in a zone. That's just like a one and done type quest. But yeah, we can go up north here and see what's going on with these quests for Holtvis. Might have to deal with some dangerous Huorns here, it looks like. Dangerous for me if they're signature. Oh, maybe we can try to get this. Looks like a little cake thing. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Oh, it is a honey cake. There we go, can finally get it. Like my 3rd or 4th try. We got 2 orcs and a warg. Fortunately, I have somebody here to help me. Looks like another warden. Unfortunately, I'm taking all the aggro though. I guess I am a tank spec. Oh, wait, that was close. Too bad he couldn't have taken aggro. He had a lot more morale, but he might have just been in DPS spec. Hey, Keith Carroll, and yes, LOTRO is fun. I think it's fun. If you are looking to play again, I think it's at least worth trying again. Okay, so now we need to go towards the wolf dens. So it looks like so far my choice to go to Holtvis was correct. I don't know if we will go to wolf dens if that's where this is leading, but it is taking me near where the other area I could go. What was for the deed was like wolf dens, one of them? I don't know. The goblins at war, that sounds like that could be Wolf's Den. A Song Amongst the Waters sounds like Gladden Fields area. Nightmare's End could be Roscoe or Duskenvale, I would think, and Saruman's Folly. I have no idea where that would be. The Approach of Dawn, for some reason, sounds like Holtvis. I have no idea if any of those are right, but that's just what it sounds like based off the names and a little bit I've seen of this zone. They have some weird looking wargs here. I think those are wargs. I don't know what else they would be, yeah. Like they almost look like, I don't know, they look like kind of fat wargs in a way. At least the way they just look in this, they look a little bit fat rather than muscly. They're doing a lot of damage. Their wound does a lot of damage to me, I think, in particular. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put up Never Surrender. Oh, this guy's been hardly hit by anything. See, he just resisted something else. He probably resisted another gambit that actually hit the other one because I've been using AoEs right now. But yeah, the wounds and thoughts just really hurt me. Even that Shadow Fear does enough damage with my morale pull and not being able to kill them all that quick. Probably switch to Redline and do more damage right now. Okay, so we are where we need to go with the old ford. Find no evidence. Oh, the wagon has passed across the old ford. That's unfortunate. I wanted to cross and go to the Wardens. That sounds like a fun place, but it might be good to save for another day if we don't get there today. But I guess because we have finished one area, the Beorning quest set, that was a very fun town and some of the most enjoyable questing I've had in a while in LOTRO. I will say Iron Hills had some fun parts, but I'm not sure the questing. Even more lore quests. But some of the questing in Iron Hills was okay. I really liked the Iron Hill zone. Parts of it did annoy me, but if I ignored that, like I can ignore the parts that annoy me here. What do I need here? Oh, little slain orc. That'll do. Okay, so now we are going to the west, and there's a random Beorning. Very fitting for this zone. So you're playing full free-to-play, I guess, then, and it's great. A bit grindy, I can definitely see that, and that is true if you do have to invest your time in farming the points to buy content, but if you enjoy that, I mean, it is a great way to get content. And the first time you got into LOTRO, Moria just was coming out, and you remember having a hunter at level 20 and you quit. Now that you're a better player, you can enjoy it more. Yeah, I'm kind of curious, because I have somewhat... I didn't actually quit WoW, I still enjoyed it, but I'm curious if I'll enjoy WoW more now that I'm better at Classic WoW in particular. Just made me think of that, but... I guess I do have to head back east. Hunger for Vigilance, so we're salvaging sealed provisions. From Phil Solmog. Okay. I don't know if this will be like an orc camp. I kind of assume it is. Once we get there, we will see, though. There are orcs here. Those are almost orcs. Actually, I'd say they're closer to goblins. As odd as it may sound for me even saying like anything like this, that something like that can be close to orcs. I don't know if these guys need to be killed. Actually, on my Runekeeper, I think I was just going to this town when I was doing some of those videos you all might have seen. Near Holtvis, I thought I got like an auto-bestow quest to kill the bee swarms, but maybe not, or gnat swarms, rather than bee swarms. Oh, that minstrel's really helping. Oh, I did get Raiders in the Hill here, so defeat Shaphog High. I remember thinking the names of these orcs were interesting. Shaphog High. Seems like a fitting name for orcs, and I was wondering where that came from. Okay, I think I'll stick with this minstrel as much as I can because this is helping me, my little level 119 weakness. I'm actually almost 120. Like, I've been paying not much attention to my XP because I know I'll get level 120 anyway. But yeah, that's kind of nice that I am leveling up. I remember seeing this place in beta, actually. It looked really scary. I thought I remember there being a ton more orcs, so I assume they're a lot dead. Oh, that's a different quest. One of these I'm actually collecting stuff, salvaging the sealed provisions. This one is destroying stuff. I feel like I have to go inside that cave. Should be a fun cave. So you got to level 1... or not 120, but level 20 without doing quests because you were playing Lineage 2 at the same time, and in that game you just grind mobs to level up. I think a game like that could be fun. Again, I'm not familiar with Lineage 2, but it sounds like it's a game that has the potential for me to be fun. Just grinding mobs, but that could get a little bit repetitive or boring. Depends how it is, really. But yeah, that's probably a slow way to level up if you don't quest at all. Wow. I gotta look if I can look at this minstrel's gear. Probably yeah, a lot of level 120 stuff and a lot of critical rating and things like that. Just much better than what I have. A lot of tactical damage, I think, on the weapon. And a very good LI, which does affect, like, character DPS a lot at this level. Unfortunately, not only is my LI, it is close to max on like weapon DPS, but it has like nothing else going for it. I'm trying to taunt these things, but with the range mobs it's kind of hard. What gambit did I just use? I like used whatever animation I wasn't too familiar with, whatever animation went off. Well, I got through that, all thanks to the minstrel pretty much. I haven't tried to take aggro, but wasn't too great at that. Okay, so I think I need to go into the cave. Oh, there's another thing I can get back here. But yeah, I'm just guessing I need to go into the cave. I can try it. Although according to the map, I might not actually need to. According to the map, I might be able to find everything outside of it. Actually, I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, it looks like it's actually in the cave. I hate to leave this minstrel just because she is killing everything for me, but here we go. Caves like this are fun. I just hope I have enough things to do here. I only need 3 of the sealed provisions and only 2 more spoiled provisions to destroy, and only 3 more orcs to kill. Although 3 orcs to kill is probably the task for me. Oh, now I'm joined by the minstrel. It was kind of like this yesterday. Once we had people going near me, I was like able to easily coast through the quest, but just being squishy at this point. Oh yeah, I could also look. I really like it when players aren't anonymous just because I can see what they have and why they're so much better than me. But yeah, their settings and gems and runes there are also a lot better than what I have. This is another reason, like, just a character with a better LI is going to be much better than me right now. Got some more ghoul marks. Even more ghoul marks. Okay, we still need to salvage 2 more sealed provisions though. There's a Death Seer. Let's go ahead and go after this one. Oh, I guess I'm in red line actually. That's probably why I wasn't getting aggro earlier. I had my force taunt, but if it only hits 2 things, it's not like my damage will draw aggro from the minstrel here. Okay, I think I drew aggro from 2 things. I just gotta worry about not dying right now then. So I should make a guide for the legendary weapon system. You got the basics, but like always have all weapon slots occupied and such, but no more than that. You're scared to deconstruct what you have because you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, the LI system is pretty complex. It'd be hard to make a guide for that, unless it's like an hour-long guide or something. Find and defeat Durbcott. Well, here he is. Found him. And I am disarmed. There would actually be a relatively decent chance I could die in the middle of this. Oh, he only goes down to 117k. I was gonna say, with that much morale, if I was doing the solo, there would be a decent chance that that mob alone could kill me. But yeah, I'm getting a ton of XP from these quests. Again, I don't care too much about that, but it will be nice to actually get level 120. Oh, somebody else out here. Good timing for me to leave when other people come here. I think that Warden that I was just near also got here. But as far as the LIs go, if you're on the imbuement phase, I would say it's safe to deconstruct anything. But the way I see it, at least while leveling, is you should always equip the LI that you can get the most DPS or tactical damage rating out of, depending on your class. It actually changes at level 100, 100, where they have the new imbuement system. It's not really new anymore, but it will be new to you from the level 45 stuff. But yeah, from 45 up to 100, not really including 100, it'll be the same. And then at level 100, you can start imbuing your allies, which is a whole new system. That's what this UI looks like. This is just imbued, and the imbuement works so you don't have to keep like replacing your ally, and it just sticks with you from like level 100 to 120 now. Yeah, but the imbuement system has a lot of problems, and they mainly stem from grindiness and just nothing new and exciting coming, because they seem to focus so much on allies and their grindiness and don't really add anything else to classes that are fun or exciting. But yeah, while leveling, I would just recommend equipping whatever you can get to the highest DPS by like ranking up as DPS legacies, or for tactical clashes, that would just be tactical damage rating, which is effectively tactical version of weapon DPS. I'm also playing on Arkenstone on this character. All my, or pretty much most of my non-legendary server characters are on Arkenstone. I have a couple on other servers that I don't play, mainly Landreval. And you have a Hobbit Hunter there. You want me to review your stuff? I mean, I can look at it. I don't know how well I could review it like your LI, if that's what you're talking about in particularly. And if you are leveling just with LIs like that, it's not too important to work on them too much because you replace them so often. At least as often as you find a better one, I would say. On the legendary servers, it is a little bit different just because you actually work at a level cap and work on your LI for that level cap. Like I'm working on level 60 first stage for my Warden, so it's a little bit different than just replace when I find a better one. I'm actually working on the whole deconstructing everything. But I also put like on this character, I have all these things. I actually need to deconstruct and reforge all these, it looks like, but I have all my slots filled. I think I have 4 extra slots on this character. I did that for this character. I wish those were server wide. I probably would have done that. I don't know when I did that. I think back during Rise of Isengard. Trying to shorten it. That could be a good name for it, Isengard, though. Oh, we need to go around, that's right. Yeah, this town, I still have my FPS thing on. It's not too bad. I think one big difference, just from playing in general on the 64-bit client, is it's more consistent. Even if I'm not like always up at 62 FPS and still have relatively low FPS sometimes, especially again while streaming with OBS, but it just feels a lot more consistent, a lot fewer drops to like 5 to 10 lower FPS even for a couple seconds, just a lot less of that. I would say it just feels smoother overall. Well, we're level 120. Oh, I can start Vales of Anduin now. That's good to know. I guess we should turn that in and go ahead and get that done and over with, probably. Looks like I can probably just travel there and travel back here pretty quickly, I would think. I can use my muster to go to... Oh, my muster is in Holbus? I didn't even know that. I thought my muster was in Beorning Hus. Well, I can just muster back here then. That'll be a pretty easy way back at least. I think I broke my horse's legs. Which level is best to deconstruct? So if you want legacies, I would do level 30 at least. At least level 30 if you want legacies, because at level 30 you can actually extract legacies from your old ally that you deconstructed. Where's the stable master? I always expect him to be right here, but I think he's on the other side. There's a stable master here, right? Yeah, here he is. I didn't see him on the map. It might be because he's technically like a far-ranging one, as they're called, because he can go to many different areas. But yeah, for that I would recommend level 30. In particularly 31 would be a little bit better. I think, at least as far as I know, you get better heritage runes for doing it at level 31 at least. And then if you don't need those at all, I would just go ahead and do them all to 60. That's what I do, but that might be hard to do while leveling. Okay, so we need to go to Legolas. We already did all the Legolas stuff, but I do have this intro quest to go back and do and get my goal mark and a little bit of reputation. Every bit of reputation helps at this point. I think it's something I'm trying to keep up with. In this update, I might even use like a reputation acceleration tome. I used to sell those a lot on the auction hall. It's how I got a lot of my gold a little bit ago. Little bit ago as in, I don't know, probably last time I did that was around Mordor. Because at the level 105 cap, I was able to easily make gold other ways, running featured instances mainly. Which would help me barter for things like that, but those weren't the most efficient because people didn't want them, but I think now they sell for a lot again. But instead of selling them for gold, which I don't care too much about at this point, I would rather just use them for this character to get my reputation up. I need so many scrolls of empowerment and things like that on my LI. And like not even considering that, just how bad a lot of my, what are these, relics are. But yeah, like if I got scrolls of empowerment, that'd be a lot increased light damage. The vitality wouldn't be too much more. Even spear gambit damage could be better. This character has actually like the most of the scrolls of empowerment I've ever used have been on this character, but more surety of death damage over time. And if I look at my javelin, you just have like fist gambit skill damage could have 6% more. Critical rating a little bit more. Not as good stuff on the javelin. Actually, a lot of that stuff wouldn't matter too much to increase. Yeah, you can save all your item XP for the level 100 weapon. That would be good. That seems like a decent... Lost Lore of the North Dwarves. Taillands? Not interested in that one. Talk to Beorning. No, I guess he's going to be at Beorning Hus. Beorning Hus. Is that what it's called? Beorning Hus? Isn't it Bjorn Hus? Beorning Hus? Oh, it is Beorning Hus. But yeah, that'd be a good strategy because at level 100 I mentioned the imbuement system. And that would be a good time to use all of your item XP. And then on top of that, you also want to level up a whole bunch of other level 100 legendary items and deconstruct them to get the right legacies you want. So you want to use a lot of the item XP heritage runes on those, which I have done that for most of my characters. I think I finally got to imbued LIs and have done that, so that is something I would recommend just because you need to level so many 100 LIs to at least level 30 and preferably level 31 as I mentioned, and then you can get all the legacies you need, which are these things. And they change on imbuement, so you actually probably want to look. The LOTRO wiki has a good list of what they are before imbuement and then what they change into with imbuement. Okay, so we got our gold mark and finished that quest and got 300 whole reputation, and now we can go back to questing in the zone we just got the intro quest for. I actually did something like that. What was I doing? It was on my Warden on Anor at level 60 when I got the first stage. I did like half hour of that last stream. Not the last stream on my Warden, but the last half hour of that stream I just went like on a whole LI rampage getting mine working. What are my video settings? Are you talking about like the stream specifically? Or like my graphics video settings? Because my graphics and LOTRO are like set to high and then I turn a couple things up in advanced graphics. But if you're talking about like what I use to stream, I can do that as well. Oh, I got a Warden's hammer. I have a ton of LIs. Like I said, I need to deconstruct and do all that with mine. I didn't even do it when I went to town. I'm trying to get to where I need to go for this missing woodsman, but I'm not sure if this is the way I need to go. I don't think it is anymore. We'll get on my war steed. I need to travel a little bit fast here. We can also accidentally turn the FPS off, I guess. We can see how my FPS goes on this. It was worse on the 32-bit client when I looked towards the mountains. I know that much. It was definitely worse than that, I remember. But yeah, this is just Smoother but still lower FPS, not the best performance. I could probably turn my settings down, or should turn my settings down rather, and get better performance, but when I'm not streaming this would be completely fine though. The performance I have without that would be better basically. Okay, maybe, I don't know if I need to go around this way or how I get there exactly. Maybe I can get there in the city area. Not sure I'd call that a city, but the little village. We'll try that. I might have not needed to actually run out, because looking at the map I thought it was like too far off to go there, but now looking at it I don't see too much of another way to get there if I can't get around. I just don't remember actually seeing a way there when I was doing a little bit of looking. Okay, this is when I need to get off the worst seed. But yeah, I don't know if I can jump up these rocks. That would be the way there, I think. I still don't see how I would get far enough. Is that the minstrel that I was just with? I think it is. Might have to go around, but I still don't know if I can get where I need to go if I go all the way around. Gotta try the rock jumping. Gonna see for later if it's actually possible. Might be able to do it here. This seems like the spot. Yeah, I'd be able to get up. But I'm still not sure I can get where I need to for the quest, but maybe I can. Maybe there's like a little backyard alleyway here. No, don't think I see one. How long have I been streaming? Just an hour now. Unless you're asking like how long in general. And not the specific stream, but yeah, only an hour. I got started a bit later than I wanted today. Maybe there, yeah, it looks like there's another path back here. But yeah, I was kind of actually hoping to start today's stream like 4 hours ago, but I got busy working on tomorrow's video, so that got a little bit delayed. I'm just happy with how much I enjoy this zone. That is kind of why I wanted to start the stream earlier, so I could spend a while here, but I'm actually probably won't be able to do that tomorrow, but I might be able to. We'll see. Well, it looks like I'll have some more exciting quests. The start of this area hasn't been bad with the questing, but not as good as what I was doing with the Beorning Husk area. Even though Beorning Husk, that did have some weird quests, especially that last one. Oh man, he's deciding to resist that. Okay, I'm gonna back it up and kill him, and now we can get his quest to defeat 14 of these. Okay. That's a lot of roots we gotta kill. It's mainly just because they're annoying. They're actually not too annoying. They're annoying when you get like a big pack of them attacking you. What title am I rocking right now? Character title is Guard of the Eisen, apparently. I don't know how much I paid attention to this character's title. My legendary weapon title does not exist. I have not put one on. Oh no, I have a bad dot. I want to see how bad it is. 10,000 damage, wow. It was really bad. I think I'm in blue line. I have to be, don't I? No, I'm in red line if I have recklessness. Okay, I feel like my damage is really low for red line, but no, my damage is low in general. So we defeat them, oh, and then we burn them. Okay. Gotta make sure we don't burn the whole forest down. Turn this place into Mordor on accident. Slain cattle? Oh, we burned that as well. They like burning things in the zone. I remember burning other like animal carcasses. I would go pull another mob at this point, but I'm in danger of dying. I can just look at restoration, and yeah, I am definitely in DPS spec. Oh, we have somebody here at Torture. Fitting name for a Runekeeper. Also a fitting name for a Javelin if you always use fire oils. Got some seasoned lumber. Another corpse to burn. Oh, I can't do that one. Oh no. I wonder if somebody else did it and that's why you have to do like your own kill there. I can run up to this one and get it. Oh, I can't do it. Does it depend on who gets the final blow? Thought I saw something else I needed over here. I don't see it anymore. Here is a lightning runekeeper. Okay, so I can get that one. Okay, I will see what happens when they burn that. Oh man, they killed that little root I was gonna try to kill. But I'll see what happens after they burn it, if I can still burn it. Okay, it looks like I can, so no issue with that. Just wanted to make sure I don't want to accidentally steal something from somebody. Burn the sheep now. I thought it said I only had to burn 2 of the blighted livestock, but I guess a lot more. Must have misread that because it is 12 instead. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this guy. Make sure I'm able to get credit with how quickly these guys are killing things. Don't really need to use a heal there. I don't know too much what else I would use though. What are these? Slain chicken. Oh, they count towards the livestock. These ones are pretty easy. They're pretty close together. I was wondering what quest was here. It's the chickens. Oh, gotta hit that one real quick. Tanned hides. I guess I get a lot of my tanned hides here. Oh, I think I have a root attacking me as well. That is not good. And I totally missed my gambit because I wasn't facing the target briefly. Okay, so now we can use Desolation, get a couple things going, and hopefully live through this. That is my goal, but I guess Never Surrender did pop off. I was going to try to use some of my stuff to heal, but was not able to. And then there is a page here. I guess that's part of my Lost Lore quest set. One of those that I'm working on now. Don't need to track that. A lot of things to pick up here, but I think once I get a few more of these things, it seems like I should be done. Still need to get a lot of the roots and burn a lot more of the Tower Grim. There's a minstrel here, but this one is different and not doing as much damage as the other minstrel. The other minstrel did a ton of damage to the mobs. He's resisting everything. Trying to hit him. Okay, I still need some lumber, it looks like. Better hit this other mob. Is there? Yes, there is a root near it. I know I need mobs a lot more than the pickup type things. Oh, there's still that root attacking. But yeah, just know I need more mobs and things to pick up at this point, so while they're here, might as well tap them at least to get credit and then try to help kill them. I guess I am level 120 now. No longer have the excuse of being under-leveled for my low DPS. Everything else can be blamed on my LI and my gear at this point, I think. Oh, I guess I do have a couple level 120 pieces we got from questing. Not the biggest upgrade in like offensive stats, this one's actually a big downgrade, but I do get a little bit of survivability, especially with the increased vitality. So I increased my morale by like 10k I think from those 2 pieces, which is pretty nice. And I still have like food to eat and can get a couple more morale buffs. That would be, I think, fairly decent now on the blue line. Should probably kill that if it's a root, or at least try. I can't target it for some reason. There we go. Really gotta tap in before it died. Okay, got that really bad dot. Got it taken care of. See, I got a nice crit there. Hitting them for like 47k about like I did right there, compared to the mob just resisting my attack. It's a lot better. How's the new virtue system doing? I think it's doing alright. My main concern is still the grind, and my virtues are just really low at this point, but should be good for me to get up some specific ones. But yeah, I am just concerned with how much of a grind it will be, especially now that it seems a lot more. Here's another random name signature that I have not needed for a quest or anything. That's kind of odd. I remember seeing another name signature that was like, didn't have to kill it. I thought it might be a level 120 only thing, but it could be like a weekly or daily quest they have later on. I don't know. But just because there is another name signature like that. I think I still need some roots. Oh, I still need to bury, one more of the livestock. Well, there's one chicken here, so that will work. And then one more tanned hide and 6 more roots. Finish that, even more gold marks. I feel like I'm doing good on gold marks, but don't have much to spend them on. They do have a 500 cap, and biggest concern is reputation, rather than the actual number of gold marks I can get at this point. Something's killing me. Oh, I thought this was a signature for a minute, but he is not. I should look at my finesse, because that's like the main thing that's bothering me damage-wise. Hopefully this root doesn't kill me. I know my heal doesn't do much, but it does enough that briefly casting it there does help my morale. But yeah, I want to look at my finesse. There it is. See? 12.4%, so could do a little bit better there. So yeah, we just need 5 more roots, and I believe... Oh, I actually need to defeat the Tree Demon of Trubad. Didn't I already defeat him? I assume that's the guy I killed, the big signature I killed. I don't know why that wouldn't have counted for the quest, because I did get loot from him. This guy is resisting everything. I think I tried to use like 2 gambits on him before that one, and then he resisted the other one. That's at least what I was paying attention to. 3 out of 5 that he resisted. Which has pretty much been the story of my slow kills. It's always seems to be resisting. Sometimes like a block or a parry or evade, but there's another resist. There, that one was resisted as well. Need a lore master to tell me how much resistance these guys have. See, if I just start a fight with like actually get 2 gambits off, it's like no problem at all and they die super quick, but when they resist something... Oh, I think I know why I didn't get credit for this when we killed him. I have to actually interact with the axe and then I can get credit. But it's a good time to go ahead and eat some food and use my hope token. Yeah, I suppose go ahead and use that. Yeah, making new characters, I think it will be a lot better for low-level characters because you can focus on one virtue and get that as high as possible. You can't get it too high because the maximum level for virtues is based on your character level, but you can still get it and work on a specific virtue, and specific virtues set as well for the ones you most want, like if you want DPS ones especially. This might have been a mistake to do this in DPS spec without actually properly preparing, but I'll get a couple bleeds on him and he will die, at least so I'm told. Except one bleed was probably resisted. Okay, I need to use a heal to make sure I live. The dots on him will kill him, so just need to use a little bit of a heal to actually stay alive, which I barely did. Okay, we need 2 more roots. And got credit that time because I did pull the axe, but yeah, looking for 2 more roots. And then we'll be ready for a turn-in. I guess I should head towards the turn-in over here and try to find 2 roots along the way. Just targeted one, and one targeted me, actually. So smooth when my gambits actually hit like that. I can do a normal Warden and actually chain pull a little bit there. should kill him. I hope. I'll just assume it will. Oh no, I got stunned. It's actually scary. Keep accidentally pressing X. Well, I finished that. Unfortunately, it didn't do anything for me. I'm probably going to die. Oh, I'm stunned. Especially with that stun. Might have had a chance if I didn't get stunned, but because they're hitting me ranged. I think somebody else tried to stun me because something immune came up and not immune to regular hits. Oh, there it goes. Oh, the root killed me. It was 7.8k, but it actually happened after I died, I think. It still hit me or whatever. Let's see. I want to see if that's actually what happened. I either got hit for 6.4k and died, or it was just really delayed with that 7.8k hit, and that's what killed me, but I expected to die there, unfortunately. But that means we can go do turn-ins. Die at the very end there. Actually managed to do the whole quest set without dying. Until on my way to turn it in. So when you get virtue XP, you get a % or a random amount depending on your level. You actually get a set amount. It's pretty much 2,000 virtue XP for deeds. And some other things reward virtue XP. I'm not sure how much exactly. But yeah, it is a set amount and not like a %. And that doesn't depend on your level. It depends on what's actually giving you the XP. Talk to Ada. This quest is actually a demon of the mind. So just because I was talking about this a little bit earlier, this one could actually be Nightmare's End rather than the Approach of Dawn. Approach of Dawn could also be Dusk and Vales because that's near Lothorian, and that just seems like it could be that. Okay, so here is Ada. Talk to Ada and complete Skulking the Wood. Oh, that's just a quest, okay. A quest from Ada to talk to Ada and complete a quest from Ada. Here's another quest, collect fish from nets along the Anduin. Collect handfuls of blackberries. Beckberries. Thought it said blackberries, but then I was like, I didn't think it did. It's beckberries. Whatever those are. Okay, got a few quests now. Looks like they're going to all be kind of along the Anduin here. Maybe some atop that thingy. Don't know what to call it at this point. The island, I think it had orcs or some other mobs in there, I thought. Don't remember exactly, but I did explore that with the beta. Okay, so I think trying to think what I want to do. If there's an LI person, I'd actually like to do that while I'm thinking about it. It will be a good thing to do. Talk to the Forge Master. Imbue, yeah, there it is. Legendary item Forge. Might as well identify all these. Spend a whole gold on that. Reforge for 200 silver. Reforge. Don't care what I get on these. Don't care at all about the legacies right now. And then I can deconstruct all the level 60 ones. So we can go to the other person. Or the other thing. It's the same person. At the lower level zones, it's another person. But I'll have to show locked. And anything that's level 60, I can go ahead and deconstruct pretty safely. I actually wouldn't mind just starting a whole new set, so I might do all the ones I have equipped, even if they are level 50. It's not the biggest deal, especially at this point. Don't care what I get from that part. Although this will mess up my inventory a little bit, and it is something that will happen. These are the level 50 ones, yeah. It's not the biggest deal to do that, so we can do it. Not a lot to deconstruct. I'll have a lot to equip now. I think that's kind of the main thing I was going for there. Go ahead and deconstruct all my relics. That will actually clean up inventory space, and yeah, now I just have a lot more I can slot real quick. Only need to track one of these because they all level at the same pace. And then I can try to keep up with that and get a few more LIs going here. A lot of this stuff I can actually use for my ults, like the relics and the heritage runes. That's kind of the nice part about doing this on a high level character who already has all their legacies they want and the imbuement with that. Okay, don't show locked on that. Yeah, I think I will get rid of that. The old one is going to be better DPS wise, the yellow one here, but I think the other upgrades are just more worthy at this point. Oh, I did get... No, those are old. I should actually disenchant those. I should have my Flame of Inkelamir. Disenchant that. Disenchant that. One of them I got Embers of Enchantment. I know they're the newest thing. I think you can barter for actual pieces of gear and things with those. Don't have a vendor in this whole zone to do that though, which is kind of weird. I would think there might actually, no, red I guess wouldn't be one, but I'm wondering if that's what these barter vendors that I can't actually talk to are. The Protector of the Vales, it might be them. I don't recognize by name if that's them, but there are supposedly 2 NPCs here, but there are not 2 NPCs there. And it was kind of like that in the whole beta for me. They were never there. I assume they were supposed to be placed, like this NPC wasn't there for a while, but then it was placed there. I was kind of assuming it was the same way with the barter ones, and I was interested in what they had, but I'm thinking it will be kind of the loot box type currency type stuff, the end game currency I guess at this point with the Embers of Enchantment. Motes of Enchantment I think is like level, it would be level 115 and below. Okay, so good to go questing, can ignore the Lost Lore quest. I wish those would just like stay untracked if there was a way to lock untracking things. Oh, we have 5 quests here to do. One of the quests I have to do is to do a quest, so I don't need to pay attention to that. But we can go, I guess, skulking the woods. That one is just outside Holtvis here, so it seems like it would be somewhat logical at least to go ahead and do that one. Wonder if I might be able to do these mounted. Not these ones. I would assume these are for wargs based on the name Skulking the Wood, but that could also be some orcs or just something else. But based on the name of the quest, I expect it to actually be to kill wargs. Like these guys. Because they're right around this area, it seemed like where the quest would be. But we need to set 7 more traps after this. And now we are halfway done finally. There are a few over here, so should get some good progress here, it looks like. Well, according to the map, that's all there is here, but there is actually one more. Oh, there is a ring right here. I didn't actually see the ring, I just saw the circle area move to the west. I haven't gone too much to the west because that's where enemies are. If I can avoid fighting while setting traps, that would be ideal. Unless I actually needed to kill mobs, but don't need to kill these, at least right now. Oh, hope I don't need to kill any Veil Roots. They shouldn't be aggressive, I don't think, yeah. I don't know if the other ones were. I'm thinking they were. Seems like I should have a quest to kill wargs. It just seems like a logical quest at this point, but I do not. Oh yeah, this is the famous spot for me. It has the red circle. I didn't even realize that when I first went here. And some of the rocks there are floating, like that one's floating from the red circle. But this is where I've been testing the 64-bit client. And right now it's kind of odd. My performance is actually slightly worse than usual, I would say. I didn't actually test it while streaming specifically my FPS in this area, but yeah, it's kind of odd, I guess, because just when using OBS in general, my FPS is generally higher here. It's like at a smooth 60, so for some reason my FPS just in general right now seems to be lower. I don't think I've changed anything in my settings to cause anything like that, so yeah, it's just kind of odd right now. My performance does seem slightly worse than other times I have been playing, especially just looking out here. For some reason my FPS is going in like the 50s, and every other time here it's been in like the 58, or what was I going on about? It's been like at 60, it's been pretty smooth here, so it's just kind of odd right now why I'm having performance issues. I don't know if it is an effect of streaming versus recording with OBS, but I don't know why. But yeah, all these stars there are a lot there. You can see the mountains with the clouds. It doesn't look as much like smoke from here. I think it was just the way the lighting was up there when we were with the great eagles. But yeah, this is a nice little area to get a view. I don't think that's really the prettiest down where I'm looking. It gets a little bit swampy looking there, and then you have the marsh with the actual like swampier area. And then those rocks, I don't know. This isn't the prettiest zone to me, but it's a decent view for the zone. Like this part of the zone, I should say that particular view isn't the prettiest, but it's still like a good view for the zone. I don't know if their intention was to make it pretty or actually just make it like the way it is from up there. But anyway, we can get on with questing. I believe I have the nets to get here. I have to do something with the nets, collect fish from the nets. Okay, I guess I keep going the wrong way because every time I select something it's like I have to turn around to get it. Okay, there are a few nets on the other side, I think 3 more that I need. Well, this has been an easy quest so far, unless there's a surprise with one of these nets like a huge monster fish attacking me. It's a pretty easy quest. Kinda like setting the traps, but with the traps you did have to go somewhat near enemies, but not really killing anything so far. Those are ready for turn in. And then we need to do something up here. I am not sure. This one is Blood of the Northmen. So that is handful of blackberries. Okay. So far there are no mobs here. I was like, I thought there might be mobs. I didn't really remember from the beta what I saw. There are some mobs. Some orcs. I thought there were orcs up here. That's just what I thought, and then I wasn't seeing any right now. I was like, maybe not. But yeah, we don't need to kill orcs, it looks like. This is a time, like, if they had an auto-bestow quest, I feel like this is a time they should give you one to kill orcs. As much as I don't like those auto-bestow quests, this would be the time for one. Although I feel like if they had that, they should just give you a quest here. But yeah, this part, I don't know, of the zone, it's not, like, bad, but I feel like there could be more with the quest here. I just like feel like I should have a quest to kill orcs here, and I feel like I should have had a quest to kill wargs outside Holtvis. But maybe I will come back and have to do that? I don't know. Oh yeah, I remember the horses here actually, now. But yeah, kind of with both of those is what's making this part of the zone Holtvis, these quests here feel odd. Just feels like I should have more quests in general, I suppose. And he resisted, I assume, that hit that did not hit him. Spear of Virtue. Get my Blackberry. Otherwise, the zone's still overall, like compared to the other recent zones, it's been pretty enjoyable with the questing. I was kind of worried just because of the looks of the zone, especially on this side of it, are not that great in my opinion at least. Like, I don't even know what it is about this whole area. It seemed like, just also from playing in beta, but something about it just makes it look really ugly looking to me. I don't know, it could not be like their intentions to make it not that way, but... Or, I feel like what I just said was confusing, but maybe it wasn't their intentions to make it really pretty and to make it like it looks like this. To me, for some reason, it just ends up actually looking a little bit ugly around here. Okay, I still need these bushes. Oh, no, I cannot run through the rock, sadly. So a lot of this stuff, like picking up, I could even pick up mushrooms in the other one on my mount, and these berries, which are taller, they have taller bushes than the mushrooms, which are just straight on the ground, I cannot pick up on my mount here. So that feels like some sort of inconsistency going on as well. I also feel like because I'm up here, I should just have a quest to feed horses. That one is less serious though, just like something else to do here. But again, for all I know, maybe I will get a quest to kill these orcs. Once I return and tell them while picking berries I found orcs, so they'll give me a quest, but I feel like that's not going to happen, but maybe. Got all my allies to level 6. Was that just like one kill and I got them to level 6? Might have been 1 or 2. I think I already killed an orc up here. Should be some more blackberries. Some more of the bushes. At least I would say 2 more bushes in this area, and I'm not finding any. Pressing delete, not seeing anything. It's really weird. According to the map, they should be in this area. But I am not targeting anything. I can run around a little bit more. I'm about to die if I keep doing this though. Just letting the orcs hit me. I'm in combat with something. Oh, these guys are chasing me. Okay. We'll go ahead and... Oh man. I did not need to waste Never Surrender there if I knew they were going to leave. Like right as soon as I used it. But I don't know why these blackberries are missing. That is what is bothering me now. This one isn't the one I'm targeting. I don't even think. This one might be in the ring. We'll see. I guess it was. There was only one blackberry there. They had a whole like thing on the map for that, and like that specific corner of it. I assume there was one down. Oh, that's a little bit scary. I could go into that fight prepared and probably actually take all 3 of them. Maybe. It might be a little bit too much, but... Oh, is somebody else here? Or... Dang, I thought there was a burglar. Oh man, this is not good. Thought I saw somebody else like going around. It seemed like a hobbit burglar, which maybe they were and I just didn't actually see them. But then yeah, pulled too much and hard to see anything with all the clutter on the ground as well, where the orcs are. But I tried to stop and heal and then run away a little bit more, but that was unsuccessful, so we gotta go back there and try again to get one more blackberry. One more handful of blackberries rather. This quest actually makes sense because some quests will just tell you to collect blackberries. So you can collect 8 blackberries, but they don't count 8 blackberries as 8 blackberries. You actually have to get like 8 handfuls of blackberries like this quest actually is. So that little detail I do like. That was a frustrating death because that was just like so weird with the mobs and how they were acting there. Probably would have died anyway if they acted normal, or I would have died quicker rather. But it was more frustrating because of where that ring was with the blackberries on the map, the area to go, and I pretty much wasn't even there. It might have been barely on the edge of that, on like the very corner of that. But yeah, we can get the simple one that's just like way over here now with the horses, where the orcs do not go. Oh, I guess we do have some orcs here. Well, we can try to get this. I feel like I'm going to pull 2 orcs though. Okay, we'll just kill this little archer one. He resisted the whole gambit I built up with battle preparation. Oh, and he resisted brink of victory there. But yeah, this would be a nice time to actually get some wit so I could increase my finesse, but that would be such a little amount if I got it even like 1 level. And I did get a piece of gear with finesse, but 1 piece of gear will not be enough with that. Okay, so we have collect meat from boars at Melving. Oh, that's just all along this area. I didn't realize that was all called like Melving. Malving? Malving? Might be Malving. That seems like it would make sense. But I haven't seen boars, so that's kind of odd. I guess we'll go around searching. I don't remember boars in the zone at all, but we'll see when we get there what sort of boars this zone has. If I can get my way up, I think I can right around here, yeah. Now we can start seeing what boars they have, maybe. Oh, that's not a boar. And that is also not a boar. There's a boar. Wild Vale boar. I might have seen these. I don't know if I just paid too much attention to them, but these guys work. They only have 91k morale. That's very low compared to the other level 120s here. Or they're all level 120, but the other mobs in the zone. Like, that's the same amount of morale as that green mob. So this quest should be a little bit easier for me. Like, that green mob is similar to the boar. It has less morale. So this should make it easier on me. The signature still has, like, normal morale, 230k. I don't know why it is the boar. It has, like, the morale of a Irid Mithrin type mob, I would think. If I can find some more boars. I assume I need to kill like 10 of them if I get about 2 boar meat each. And it seems like with this, it wouldn't be too variable. It'd be kind of neat if the quest you could get like 1 through 4, so there's just a little bit of RNG, but I don't expect that, but it is possible. Could be a lot of boars down there based on the map. I feel like I should be going down there because I'm not finding anything, and yeah, there's at least one, and I think I see another. We'll make this jump. I think it is safe. Well, not that safe. It was 18 seconds actually. It was pretty not safe. I thought maybe 6 seconds at most with the fall. I was like safe from no fall damage at all, or no leg breaking at all. These mobs will be nice because I should be able to pull a few of them even relatively safely, as long as I don't get like way too many. There's another boar. I just targeted another. There he is. Vicious Vale Tusker and then Grazing Vale Boar. Wait, the Vicious Vale Tusker has more normal morale for the zone, so he probably does more damage and things too, and resists more. I don't know if he actually would resist more, but it seems like something they would have. And he's stunning me and not wanting to get hit. He is resisting a lot. Unfortunately, they killed me with that stun. That stun really hurt. Couldn't do anything. I was just stuck there, getting killed by boars. Well, we'll try that again. These deaths have been unfortunate. That time it was just like a stun I couldn't get out of, and I could have, if I actually hit him the whole time, he could have been taking more dot damage. And if I didn't have, I think one of my Gambit Masteries also lagged there, which was unfortunate. But yeah, I feel like these deaths have been more like just unfortunate deaths rather than me just dying type deaths, so they've been kind of annoying in that way, I guess. Like if I actually like run into a pack of 3 orcs and I die from that, I can definitely see that being like more of a my fault thing. But if I'm killing a boar like this, and they're just resisting my stuff and then stun me and kill me, it is a lot more frustrating, to me at least. Well, that should kill the swarm of gnats with that crit. The Vale Boar should also die. It looks like my allies are already ready to reforge, so that was pretty quick. And this guy is resisting my stuff too. And I just used some weird gambit, but of course that one hits. There we go. So it should just need a few more. Actually, I only have 7 boar meat, so something either did give less or more. I would guess less because I feel like I've killed more boars. I've killed like 8 or 9 or even 10 boars. Wait, how many boars have I killed? I just said 8 or 9 or 10. I don't think that is right. I've killed like 4 to 6 or so, I would say. I don't know if a couple of those died when I was fighting and then died. So it could be just like 5 after that. Is more likely. But I thought I killed maybe 1 or 2 more, so I don't think all of them are giving 2 boar meat. Basically, a few of them seem to be giving 1. Maybe it depends on the type of boar I kill. Well, that one was one of the big ones, and he only gave me 1. No, that was a wild Vale Boar. The vicious one, maybe? Is that the one that only gives 2? I don't know. Kind of interesting if they actually would have that where some of them give more or not. That would also be nice, other than just like the RNG that some could give 1, some could give 2. Okay, this is actually dangerous. I didn't realize my morale was so low when I pulled this vicious Vale Tusker. I think I just need a couple more seconds and I can use Never Surrender if I really need to, but I'd like to avoid that and save it for when I would actually need to use it. And if that actually hits, then I'm good, so I'm good here now. We'll see if he gives me 1 or 2 boar meat. That one gave me 2. So yeah, maybe it is just the vicious ones that give 2. Let's see if this grazing guy, how many he gives me. See, I started that fight with a nice crit, and now we're all good. Not with a not nice resist. Okay, he gave me 1, so yeah, it's possible that just the vicious ones give 2 and the other ones give 1. I haven't paid attention to every kill, but I'm worried about that Bjorn. Would not be the safest thing for me. Oh, I can put Never Surrender and get the cooldown for that going. See, and I got my hits all fine on him, so we're good with that fight. So he should give me 2 since he's a vicious, and he got me 1, so it is not the case that these always give 2 and the others might still always give 1, I don't know, but at least these guys don't always give 2, so we are finding that out. I actually did not want Never Surrender to trigger there, because I didn't really need it. That helps me just go to the next fight quicker. Oh, I could also use my food, I forget about that stuff. Oh man, he resisted I think 2 gambits in a row. It's really annoying. At least he's the weaker one and I have the other guy. He's getting hit at least. Oh, he only has 1 dot on him. There we go. Well, should have a lot of boar meat after... Oh, actually looks like I'm done. That's good. I can go use my Muster and Holtfist that I thought was actually Muster and Beorning Huss and turn these quests in. Did I have one more quest? Because for some reason, yeah, from the ashes. Search the burned dwellings at Malvang. For some reason, this one untracked because that Vales quest tracked. I really wish there was a way to just keep these untracked, like lock them untracked. Because that actually made me completely miss this quest, which I think is at Malvang, where I needed to go, but fortunately it is a way I can get from here relatively quickly and wasn't like exactly where I was questing with the boars. But yeah, that could have been pretty frustrating if just because that quest track did. I had all these quest tracked before, actually. It was just specifically one of them got untracked, I guess, when I got one of those pages. Could have gone on my war steed, but I think I'm fine on my regular mount here. I also could have reforged my allies while at town, but we will do that. Try to remember to do that before I turn in my quests. Oh, I was just looking at chat and it looks like reputation is easy to get, and even if you use reputation accelerators, you can get kindred pretty quickly. I mentioned a few times now that's been my biggest concern about the zone, so that is nice to hear about if that's true, if we believe world chat right now, which I have no reason not to. Oh, here are a ton of boars. That's good to know. And there's a bear. Okay, what are we doing though? Burning something? Burning a plundered strongbox? That sounds fun. Using that has no effect. Okay, well let's just... How did I use Warcry? That was probably actually a misuse on my part there. Oh no, we got 3 boars on us. That is scary. Beorning to the rescue. Oh no, he's trying. I just pulled those mobs away from him. I feel so bad for this Beorning. He's probably trying to help and I keep pulling the mobs away from him. But I'm just dying here. I wasn't pulling any boars and then suddenly like a few attacked me. There we go. Rigbeorn. I might have actually seen Rigbeorn. I don't know, it sounds like a name familiar from legendary servers. Okay, I know I can't get the plundered strongbox, but I still need to do something. Oh, search burned dwellings. I didn't even know that's what I was doing. I thought I had to interact with something. Oh, there's the plundered strongbox. I didn't already do one of these. I don't remember actually clicking anything and using something. I remember targeting something, like targeting one of those plundered strongboxes. Well, we'll check this one. I'm pretty sure I already got the credit for this one. I can't even go in it for some reason. There we go. I don't know why I was walled off there from the other side. That's so weird. But there should be one more burned. Oh, there's the other burned structure. I could have helped the Beorning with that fight, I guess. Busy trying to find out what's going on with my quest here. Okay, there we go. Or maybe the other one, the exploring, was actually just killing things. That is possible. I don't know why I did the force taunt, but that's okay. Examine the footprints and the burned dwellings. Okay, so now we are ready for turn-in. Now we can muster and hold this again. So that quest set, nothing too much bad about it, but to be honest here, it was not as good as the quest in Beorning quest, for me at least. I didn't enjoy them as much. I don't think it was just an effect of me dying a couple times to pretty annoying things, especially with that Boar death there. But yeah, I think just overall those quests, I feel like there could have been more. Or they could have just separated it a little bit. Let's see, we need to talk to Ada now. Should you get the Beorning class Maximilian? If you want to. It would pretty much be what I have to say about that. I think it's a pretty fun-ish class overall, but I think the DPS spec is really not bad like DPS right now, but it's just really not fun to play right now. The changes they made to it somehow made it a lot worse. They actually made changes that theoretically could improve the gameplay a lot, but for me at least made Redline Beorning a lot worse, their DPS spec. But their tank spec is pretty fun. It's just weak for like solo leveling, and you'd want to actually solo level in DPS spec because it'll kill things a lot faster. And Yellow Line don't have a problem with that. So if I can tank or heal on my Beorning, I am good. But if I just don't want to DPS ever on mine. Which is kind of a big reason I haven't played mine, because then I have no interest in questing, basically. And I actually played my Beorning a little bit recently, and it just reminded me of why it wasn't enjoyable. So might need to just level my low level one a little bit more, but I have the same issue on my high level one and my other medium level one. So there's a little bit of my thoughts on the Beorning class there. Hopefully that helps you decide, but if you want it, I say you can go ahead and get it. What are we questioning these people for? Ask the children of Holtvis about Ub. I feel like his name is not Ub, but Ub does not really work with UBB, to me at least, for some reason. We actually do have to go back to the area there, the Undying Beast. I would hope it would be to kill orcs, but it does not look like that's the case. Maybe I'll get an auto bestow quest when we go back there. Let's see, we have one more child to ask questions about Ub. Ub doesn't sound like an actual name, it's just why that one bothers me, but I feel like Oob doesn't make sense. What's the best class for soloing through content? Pretty much any class can be good for soloing through content. I would say the worst right now is Captain, and then the rest of them are like not bad at it. And Captain could also get a buff where it's not as bad. But yeah, all of them can be pretty good for just soloing through a lot of things. If you want to solo difficult content, Captain can actually be good, but it's pretty slow is why I wouldn't really recommend it. Where's Avabarg? So I have a quest for spirits. Spirits of the Taken. Oh, that actually has it in the same area, okay. That one might be a quest for orcs, I would hope, but I don't know if it is. To me, like, the idea of that quest is you defeat orcs and that just puts their spirit to rest, but we'll see if that is actually what it is. If that is the case, then this quest set, the previous quest set, wasn't as bad with the Blackberries. As I was talking about earlier, maybe once you go there, you discover the orcs and they give you quests for the orcs. But I'm not sure that that's really the case and what's going on, but just the fact that I am going back here and potentially interacting with the orcs for a quest is a good thing. And I assume Droxstaz, yeah, that's his name, Droxstaz, is an orc. It sounds like an orc name. These guys I don't need for a quest, unfortunately, and they don't give an auto bestow quest or anything, and walking in here does nothing. But I do need to go into this little ruins type area, which is actually Avbarg. That was the name of this place? Avabarg. This reminds me of Evendim, actually. It's just like instantly a little tomb thing like Evendim. Even the outside a little bit actually made me think a little bit about Evendim. But yeah, I just really feel like there should have been a quest to kill the orcs back out there. And that's the type of stuff I think when I think of questing in the new zones, I just feel like there are a lot of things like that that they just like either leave out that could be fun things to do, or they just have a lot of auto bestow stuff, which I just generally don't like, but that shouldn't necessarily make the questing itself bad. But that is just an example when I say I don't like the questing a lot in new zones. It's just stuff like that where it feels like there should be some more things going on and there's not. That's just a specific example I have right now while I am being overwhelmed by these shadow balls that I don't think we can really call lights, but they are apparently lights. They're just sorrow lights, which makes sense. I wasn't having any of them attack me, and then when I was like getting close to killing the one, I think a few of them started attacking me, which was kind of weird because I don't remember moving or anything. Maybe they were moving around a little bit, but I do need to repair, and then I can go back, probably switch to tank spec for that. Fortunately, there's not too much I can do against stuff like that at this point. If I actually had good gear, but the problem is the gear dependency of in-game right now is pretty insane in this game, and would be another reason I wouldn't enjoy like questing through areas like this in general. It's just not necessarily the difficulty, but the gear gating and like LI gating that they have, which is making it difficult, but it's like difficult in a not so fun way, to me at least. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on with my thoughts on just the endgame in general. Still playing through this zone though, it's pretty fun and better than the other zones I have done recently. Except for the few annoyances that I've talked about, and a lot of the annoyances have been very recently, that's why I talk about them right now. A lot of the Beorning House, that place was pretty fun, as I mentioned. That was one of the better questing camps in a long time. I don't know, there have been some like particularly fun camps. If the whole zone was as fun as Beorning House, I would say this is probably the most fun zone since anything they've released since Isengard, but because of this particular area, this at least right now having some less than ideal quests, to me at least, it wouldn't really be that great to me, unlike my zone ratings. Whatever going on there with me, but I think the putting spirits to rest is killing these little shadow balls that are supposedly sorrow lights. Still don't know if I believe their name at all. And then I do have to work my way around, I guess, to kill the boss I need in here, Droxtaz. I really hope that is an orc, because he sounds like an orc, and if it's not an orc, I will be disappointed. These mobs in general are annoying. I think they'll do a tactical damage to me a lot as well, which I am susceptible to. Oh yeah, I meant to switch to tank spec. Like, killing one mob like that is no problem at all. I even did that. Yeah, Unsettling Atmosphere. That didn't do too much damage, but it is tactical. But it seemed like in this room in particular was quickly changed from manageable while just going solo through here. This guy will wander far enough to attack me. Unfortunate for him. Spear of Virtue. Wow, he's actually resisting stuff other than my gambits. That's very unusual. They usually like resisting all my gambits like that one. It seems to be the typical case. If I have anything resisted, it's my gambits, but the first mob didn't do that, so I'm okay with the second mob resisting one of those after that. I think it's also, it might be the case with other classes, but with Warden in particular, because your gambits are like just a significant part of what you do. If a mob resists, like the damaging ones there, it seems a lot more impactful than it would be to other characters in other classes. At least that I can really think of, and again, it might not be the case with some of them, but yeah, just the particular, what was I doing? Oh, eating food. Case with Wardens and the way their damage comes from the gambits like that, and like all my damage from Desolation just totally goes away. Okay, this is a good time, I think, as well to use my hope tokens. Get a little bit morale increase. Actually gives me 5k morale. I don't think it gave me that much on the DPS spec. Maybe it does. When you played Wardens are gods at this game, probably still are. They actually are, it's just my gear is bad, to say the least. Bad for this particular zone. Why did that just like drag that off? Oh, it's the skill. I don't drag the trait there. That's right. And the way endgame is right now, it's very gear dependent. It was the same with Ir and Mithrin, and even moving into the level 120 with that, it was still gear dependent to start at 115. But with that, you actually got questing gear along the way, which helped, and it's helped me a little bit, but have not had nearly enough to help me with getting through this too much with the gear I have. And ideally, I think with this zone, you're supposed to have some level 120 gear from Irid Mithrin, which I do not have. Where are my racial skills? They want to be in passive. This is so weird. I'm like totally missing them or something. Here they are. I like at least want them on my bar. They aren't the... Did I really just take off never surrender? Okay, I am having troubles here. Probably having mobs respawning right behind me. Okay, so we're just gonna take a left turn and try to get through this. But we ate up, got some increased morale, taking a lot of shadow damage right now. Have a couple mobs attacking me, so I will do the pulling this time to be safe. No, it might seem odd that actually intentionally pulling an extra mob is safer, but I think it is when I actually know what's going on here. Yeah, we're living through this fight a lot better because, again, I was actually prepared this time and know what's going on here. I am ready to not die again is basically what's going on. See you, Augustin. Thanks for joining the stream. You have to sleep a bit now, so have fun with that. Okay, hopefully we find this boss orc that I need to kill. He is actually not here. That's pretty frustrating. So we'll go around the corner, please, guys. I guess. I might even have 4 of them attacking me right now. Who knows? We'll go ahead and pop that. Use a potion. I know they have better potions, but I just don't have any. Wow, that's a lot of mobs. That's either gonna kill me or I'm gonna have to pull a little bit over here just to... Oh no, I'm pulling another one. This is not my cave or tomb or whatever you want to call this thing. Oh, and they're all doing like shadow damage to me when I go near them. But I don't know where this boss orc guy is that I need to kill. I don't even know if it's an orc, but... it says he is an Avarbarg. Yeah, Avarbarg here. He is here. We just gotta find him. Not there. I went around to the right that time, so we'll go around to the left and see. Don't see anything here. Can't interact with any of these doors. And I cannot attack this mob. I need a valid target. There we go. Is he doing... What? Okay, let me just retarget him. Now I can target him. Good thing I actually hit with the stuff I was able to hit him with, because that was weird. But you are also heading off, it looks like, Sanium, so you'll watch in the morning with coffee. Well, have fun with that. Hope you will enjoy it, and thanks for joining the stream, what you did. Okay, let's just go in this fight. Start off with my heals early. This one keeps resisting the one I'm actually targeting. The other one might die quicker because of that. So I will use a single target thing, and now we got another shadow light ball joining. We have this guy inducting something, so that's scary. We got a heal incoming for myself. I'll use conviction to heal as well. Well, we're taking care of this at least. Oh, we found one of those pages on this side, but still not the name boss I needed to kill. Or name mob. It just says I need to find him, which it wouldn't really be a problem. It's just the content right here is really annoying me with the gear dependency it seems to have. Like the difficulty in blue line, it's not as bad in the blue line, but I should be able to play red line and landscape. So that part of it isn't a problem, but yeah, we can go around. Looks pretty safe here. Still can't... Oh, there is a door I can target. It's right here according to the map. What is that? I don't know. There's something there that I supposedly have targeted right there, but the actual door I'm targeting is up there. That was kind of odd. I wonder if in the middle here... It's like, I don't think there's anything. Nothing I can target. There's the door again, but... nothing actually need that I can target. So I guess I'll go around the other side again and see what's there. This is kind of odd because I feel like I've searched this whole tomb type thing. And haven't found what I need. And the mini-map is also bugged out with what I am targeting or supposedly targeting. I think the AoE on these guys like seems to ramp up when there are a lot of them. Oh, my gambit was messed up there really bad. I had just enough lag to miss this builder. But we'll go out and come back in. That is definitely the safest way about this. Alright, try number, what is this, like 3 or 4? I could have just missed the mob. I doubt somebody came in here and killed him and didn't kill anything else, but that is possible. Okay, so we have 3 mobs on us, really? Might only be 2, actually. Still get a couple heals off real quick since I got some decent damage going on them for once. Well, I got the heal with restoration, so that is the most important thing. I'll heal for a lot after a little bit. And so Boar. I don't know, in general, since I started playing on Arkenstone again, particularly this Warden, I seem to have just a little bit more lag with my masteries. That it is like just enough to be, I don't know if it has to do with my latency, if that's been changing, or, but it's just enough compared to my Warden on Anor that I have missed quite a few gambits because of it, with messing up builders. So we will start this fight, I think, with Desolation. I feel like these 3 balls were going to pull anyway. They actually separated out by the time I got down here. But that's why I came and pulled all of them. Also, I do have Never Surrender off cooldown if I need that. But if you all are wondering why I did that when I'm having trouble here, that is why. And we had another situation similar earlier, where I actually did that intentionally, so it all worked out because of that. I don't even know who's resisting what anymore, but they all died. Okay, I'm still not seeing anything I can interact with. I can actually select old bones now, so those are in the corner. I don't know why I couldn't target that earlier, because I pressed like the delete key here, but we can pull these. I think I can pull this one safely. See, this part of the difficulty can be fun. If this were just the way like it was in general and I didn't need to play tank spec for this, like being a little bit careful about my pulling or actually preparing a little bit for fights, I think this type of difficulty is actually a little bit fun and makes going through this a little bit more exciting. But just the fact that it's not really difficult, it's just gear gated, if I can actually say that correctly, is what is annoying me right now, if you all are wondering just what's going on with that. But yeah, we can pull these 2 extra shadow ball light thingies. And I do have Never Surrender, but would like to save that for the boss just in case I have issue with that, but I don't think I will. But yeah, like a fight like this where I'm actually prepared and ready to use whatever gambits I need to with this, and they're actually not resisting every gambit. They die like very simply and I still have like 80k morale, so it's like no issue with that. It's just when they do a lot of annoying things that it bothers me so much. But yeah, so Reflexive Aton? I don't know if that's how you say your last name there on YouTube here, but yeah, you think I'm doing great with the gear I have. That's good. Oh no, the stun. Actually, I should have put Never Surrender on before that fight because, I don't know, I feel like there could have been a stun. So why is this warg? I guess wargs and orcs are kind of similar, but this warg has an orc name to me, like an orcish name. He died really easily. He died easier than I think one of these shadow balls even with the stun on me. But we're done with that. That is a good thing. And see, because of that, I actually feel a little bit accomplished with that quest for actually the little bit of difficulty it had. But yeah, I did want to take a quick peek at some of my gear. I have like, I could get a better carving, a better 120 item with that. I could get a better shield. I can get a lot of better things that are still like level 115, which 116 is actually a pretty big jump from 115 stuff, so I have a lot of 115 stuff still that could use replacing, and a lot of the Arid Mithrin, like Dwarfholds type quest items, they aren't too bad, but I think ideally at this point I would have a lot more level 120 gear the way they have it balanced. But yeah, we'll eventually get that. I might go try to do some reputation items before I continue too much and turn in some tasks. So we will try that because I do want to get some reputation, and that will help with the gear, getting the gear. I'm already acquaintance, but I feel like I could do more. So we'll go to Brie because I am a Warden and I can travel anywhere I want very easy. So you think I'm heavily undergeared with 150 items? That's possible. We can search the AH while in Brie and maybe help a little bit. But yeah, if the game was just that way and they didn't have it to like where it was actually balanced around 120 gear, I actually think, as I was talking about, that difficulty like in that little tomb type thing with the shadow lights was actually a little bit fun. Because I actually had to think a little bit about the pull, and if I just like got way careless with it, we saw I died pretty quickly. But if I was actually able to be in charge and pull with tank spec, it was okay. DPS spec, I probably couldn't have killed 3 of them that easily. They probably would have done a lot of damage to me, and it's just really, the resists are probably the most annoying thing at this point. Not my resist, the enemies resisting, so like increasing my finesse would be my main goal. But I have a lot of gold. I have 523 gold, so we will spend some of that on, we can see if there's cheap 120 armor. That is always possible. I don't know if there is. That's not good. We can search jewelry. I know I can get jewelry from doing like epic battles if I really wanted. There's a necklace here that I don't want. Well, I could actually put a essence in that thing. I don't know what essences I have. Oh, I have a physical mitigation. But I don't have an item that can use it because it's level 115. Yeah, these are all more expensive than I'd be willing to spend. But I really what I really wanted was Warden class item of carving, which they do not have. Maybe there's just not a level 121. Or maybe nobody's just posting those. And then a Warden shield would be nice. Not something that's 350 gold though. I think that's one I can use. Yeah, that's a crafted one. I don't know, I assume it's good. This one's 1500 gold for some reason. It's got really nice stats though. And then a regular shield, which is almost better than mine, like crit defense wise and secondary stats wise. Of course, don't need the main stats, and vitality, you know, would be good, but won't bother with that. Just thought I'd check while here. Don't even remember exactly why I came down here anymore. I was going to go to Brie for something. Oh, reputation. I wanted to get some reputation acceleration tomes. I should have plenty of marks for that, I would think. I don't think I've been spending too many marks or medallions. Oh, I have 17 marks. Okay. Yeah, I think there might be an issue there with that. Is it just me, or is there an NPC missing right here? Maybe not. Provisions, I think curiosities. Since his reputation, small reputation. Okay, so I need both. I need a lot of marks actually. I might see on the auction hall how expensive those are, because these will be quite a few. I think to turn into marks. Do like 10 of those. I don't know, we'll see. I just feel like because I want to get the reputation pretty quick in this, and that will definitely help me with gear, it seems like, is just kind of something that would be helpful with that, so we'll try to search reputation. Oh, 400 gold. Yeah, these are pretty expensive. I expected them to be expensive, and that's actually a way I could make gold right now, but I don't think it's worth spending 400 gold, so we can just spend all my medallions on marks on them. I don't really care too much about that, about spending my marks and medallions on this type of stuff, but I don't want to spend 400 gold, especially with the relatively limited gold I have at 523, which is quite a bit, I think. I don't know, it used to be like a ton, but I've had a lot more gold at some points now. I know who I'm talking to. Here we go. Oh, I just need to turn things into marks. That's right. Little break from Vales of Anduin, but trying to make this short. I'll just click that a bunch. I'll go down to 3,000 and see where I'm at. There we go. How did I get so much gold? I don't know. I just have it saved up from when I used to make a lot of gold at the 105 cap. So at the 105 cap, I was able to make a lot of gold just running featured instances. And at this point, a lot of my gold is saved over from stuff like that, but selling like crafting things I get along the way, even I think bartering for some of these, I think I made some of my gold from this, and I could actually make a decent amount, it seems like now, just selling these. But I'm actually going to use these. I'll just use 14 of them, I guess, on this character. That's not a problem. I'll save the rest of my marks and medallions, see if I need more later, because I have heard the reputation is pretty fast if you use those, and it's something I'd want to use anyway, so that is why I did that. But now I can go back to Holtvis with the fast Warden travels, although I think I could use the swift travel from the Stable Master anyway. I guess I should mention, I just realized it's like 7:20 p.m. for me, which is the same as server time, but I should probably get going within the next half hour or so. Yeah, running instances with people, especially back when featured instances were like a bigger thing at the 105 cap, were great for making gold. You could make raw gold that way, you could barter for things for gold, you could do a lot of things. It was actually a lot of the fun for me, because in general in games like especially WoW a little bit, people I know would say a lot bit, but relative to other people just a little bit. For me to make gold, I like doing that in WoW, and games in general, I like doing that. So this is another instance quest, and I think it's the cap-in quest for Holtvis. So we'll have that comparison, it looks like, after this stream. I plan to do this and then see what's going on with the time. But yeah, so you're just getting back into the game today. Yeah, I've heard a few people at the 64-bit client. I think earlier Shagrath, that was, yeah, he joined again with the 64-bit client. I don't know if that's why you're particularly joining the game again today, but I know for some people that's the case. What are we doing? Listening and following along. The Snatcher. I guess this is kind of how all the, what I'm guessing what all the villages, or whatever you want to call them, the quest storylines will end like a little instance like this where it's faded, and the other one I think was a feast. This might not actually be that quest. Yeah, this, I don't think it's actually that quest. This is like the one a little bit before the other one. See, this has a nice piece of medium armor, but it has evade rating as a stat, and evade rating and things like that are very bad in this game in general compared to stuff like mitigations. I talked about this a lot one of my streams with my Warden on Anor, but basically Wardens in general, if you think about them and their tankiness, they're built more towards like an evading, dodging type tank, but that is just like not viable. And theoretically, if you increase your evade chance by 10%, it would work out to be the same as increasing your mitigation by 10%. But because you are not like mitigating the damage, you're still taking full damage if you get hit, it doesn't work as well as just like completely avoiding the attack 10% of times. And unfortunately, it's just not like a viable thing. So that just makes me think about the pants from these quest rewards, why they're not as good as something that would have basically anything other than evade rating. So it's like I'm getting all these nice pieces of purple gear, but they have bad itemization. And look at the light armor ones, they have tactical mastery. I guess the heavy armor ones at least have block rating, but yeah, the light armor ones, that would be insane for me if that was physical mastery. It's over 10% of what I have, actually. Okay, so you've been watching my videos and having a good time. Glad that has helped bring you back into the 64-bit, was cherry on the top. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the 64-bit client. I know some people have run into issues, and right now my performance is like oddly in the 50 FPS range for some reason. Don't know why right now, but it just seems like in general my performance is slightly lower than usual. And it could just be because I've been playing a lot recently, and streaming in particular somehow does something more to my PC than just recording. But I don't know why. And I don't think I normally run into this issue at all while streaming. And it's not like I'm going way below 60, and it's just not like staying steady at 60 like it usually does. Well, we're supposedly doing some sort of storyline paying attention here, but I'm not so sure that's actually what's going on. You, Bill the Snatcher? Still have the wolf dens, and then I guess the lair lad quests. Still 2 breadcrumb quests. I'm excited for wolf dens. That sounds like that could be a fun area. Not just because it's near the Beorning lands, but I know I enjoyed the Beorning lands more than this, but it seems like it could be a fun area. I am concerned with Blomgard here, which I think is that Lar lad quest I had. I don't know why I started auto-running, but yes, I am definitely following along with his tail as the quest says. And do not let him know otherwise. But yeah, I'm just concerned with these quests in particular because that's where I assume the Gladden Fields quest will be. And I'm just not sure if that will be all that great, but it might be. I don't know. Don't want to judge it too much early on, but that could set up for a situation of not great questing, but at the same time it could also be really fun questing that actually makes that swampy area and marshy area fun. So we'll see. If it's like the Holtvis questing, I don't know how it could be all that great there in Gladden Fields. If it's more like, what's this place? Beorning Husk, it could be okay. I don't know if the Beorning Husk questing style would really fit an area like that, but if it is like in a Doith questing, it could be really fun. I have to pick on a specific area, and Indoith is a really good area, I think, that has quests that would fit an area like that. Well, we'll get the medium armor one, I think. I'm almost tempted to get the light armor just on grounds of, I don't know what I was thinking, but I just feel like that would be something I should do. So gone from the Vales. Okay, need to do the warding totems there. I should equip these. They are an upgrade from what I have, so I shouldn't be complaining about that. They just could be better. And I can put one of my physical mitigation essences in it, I think. I don't see a reason to not, because I think you can easily unslot essences now. I haven't actually looked at that panel, so let's try this. Oop, is that what we do? Oh, we can unslot it for 10 mytho coins. Can't we just replace it, though? Are you sure you want to replace it? Yeah, so it does destroy the existing essence, but we can replace it. So that is good that I can put an essence in it. Yeah, it is a huge upgrade overall. I know I'm complaining about it a lot, but it is a upgrade overall. It's just a very complainable about piece. I have a 115 armor. Honestly, I might as well put something in it. We'll put resistance in it. Okay, can I put this in anything else? Nope, nope, and nope. Okay. Got all my essences done. Oh, I have another. Yeah, a lot of my jewelry. I have a 110 piece of jewelry. A lot of my jewelry is not that great. Yeah, that's not too great with my pocket item either. So that's the stuff that could use the most replacement, I think, is within my jewelry and like my class item and shield. But unfortunately, I'm not going to spend 350 gold on a shield, even if it might be really nice. But we'll go ahead and reforge allies now that I'm actually remembered about that. Probably could already have them at level 120. Not 120, 20 at least. Seems like whenever I say 20 now, I just say 120. Guess that's a level cap level, and I've talked about it a lot. But looking at the time, I think I can at least do these warding totem quests and see from there again. Not too big of a deal if I go over like an hour more from now, but I just have a couple more things I'd like to do, and that'd give me more time to do it. And with the questing just kind of ramping down a little bit here, it seems like we're about finished with this little village, not like in the middle of it. That's just why this seems like it'd be a good general time to start thinking about ending, but one random quest like this seems no problem, as long as I don't get like way sidetracked. Or not necessarily me getting sidetracked, but the quest getting sidetracked as well. Like if I got 10 different quests in each of these areas, which could be fun on a right day. And actually it would be fun in general, even if I had to do that, I'd like it. It's just, well, probably would like it. I don't know specifically if I really would like it. It depends how it exactly would be. Working our way down here. I have a lot of loot boxes. I wonder if you can sell those. Well, I know you can sell them on the age. How much they sell for on the age is what I was rather wondering. There's a cave here. Den of Hole. Woodland. Do I need to go in there? Oh, I actually do need to go in there. I thought I had to go to the same place with the boars, but I guess not. Can't go in here. Loose dirt. Should probably do that instead. Thought I needed to go in there like a cave, but placing the warding totem in loose dirt sounds a little bit better. Okay, let's try to get away in case a mob comes out. Actually, I feel like I should fight something. I have like 110k morale right now until I get on my war steed, which is pretty crazy for my character considering where I was, like even at the start of the stream and even especially yesterday. At the start of the stream and the tank spec, if I switched to that, I don't think I would have been above 100k. I think I would have been about 90k actually, seems about right. And DPS spec I was a bit lower. So yeah, pretty good upgrade. Yeah, prices on AH are not good right now, and unfortunately, my kinship, I guess I am in a kinship on this character, but because I don't really play on Arkenstone too much anymore, I honestly don't pay attention at all to them. I don't even know what kinship I'm in. I've joined another one. I am in Hunters of the West. There are actually 4 people online. I think whenever I've come on just randomly, like a lot of these people have not been on, like myself. But I don't know, I don't remember. I think one of my friends joined this kinship, then I followed them and just didn't play much once I joined them, unfortunately. But my old kinship, everybody else also stopped playing, and then the people that stopped playing, some of them actually came back, but when they came back it was to Anor. But yeah, it would be nice to have somebody to craft some stuff for me pretty easily. Now, I don't know, like, resources-wise how hard it is to craft stuff, because that is one thing with just, like, getting a random person to do that. It could still probably end up being pretty expensive to pay for, like, the resources or buy the resources myself, since I can't really farm them. Don't have my crafting up. Don't have any crafting on this character, actually. My tailor would be my closest, and I still think he's probably on mortar crafting, even though he is level 120. I just haven't found too much useful with crafting in the higher levels. I know it has uses. It's like, it seems to be fewer things that it's that useful for. I don't know, maybe it's not the case with this update in level 120 cap, but it seemed like with Mordor and around that area, it just, to me at least, for what I crafted and what I thought of crafting, it got less useful. And we are slow for... Oh yeah, I broke my legs. Or I had falling injuries. Could have broke my hip or something, I guess. If it was that long, I probably broke my hip and damaged my spine, we'll say. I don't know. I don't think I actually broke anything. You hear like a huge crack when you fall, but just like trying to put it in terms of recovery time, if we had to make up something, like the shortest is break your foot. The whole minute is break your whole body. It just heals like in a minute instantly. Okay, we need a... This is the Phil Solmog area. Actually, I remember the name of it. In the old fort, actually, I remember the name as well. It's like the fort of the river, I guess. Forest Heart wants to attack. Actually, I don't know if it wants to attack. It's acting like it wants to attack. Probably so it doesn't have to attack. It's not like these orcs who just want to attack and try to kill me, but unfortunately will not succeed. I will not let them. I don't know if it's just that single piece of gear, but fighting 2 mobs here just suddenly feels easier. I know I am a tank spec and I'm probably not doing as much damage, but with DPS spec, just because I was resisted so much, even if I like get my hits off in the blue line, it won't be too much of a difference just because of that. But if I'm hitting everything, definitely red line kills quicker. Like some fights I've had where red lines have actually hit everything and haven't had resisted, it's been going so fight. The world is huge, but it seems really dead, Dopo. Yeah, the world is really huge. We got some trees here. They aren't dead. I assume you're talking about the game and just not many people on. But probably because the world is huge, you don't see too many people running around every little area. A lot of people now, like on this server, would be playing at the higher level area now, and actually the new zone there have been a lot of people I've run into. And then on the legendary servers, more specifically those, you'll find a lot more people as well. Just the density is a lot higher because the world is technically a little bit smaller on those servers. Hey Creed, and how do I like the new virtue system? I overall like it better than the old one, partially because I dislike the old one, but now it seems like these stats might be, they're just a little bit strong. Oh, here's Radagast. I was not expecting him here. It was actually, it says to your surprise, that was to my surprise. They were right for once. I remember this guy, I think he's a brown wizard, but I don't know too much with the lore, as I assume a lot of people that watch my channel know. What did they call Gollum before? I remember seeing him and saying his name, and then I forgot what they actually called him, but yeah. So you're new to the game and you've played 5 minutes. Do you need all expansions? You will need all the expansions to level through them. You actually won't need them to level through those level ranges. You can do some alternative ways of leveling. I assume I'll have to go through the end. I really doubt what I need in the quest is like right here. I don't know how large this cave is, so might as well search all these things. I feel like it's going to be something towards the end here. Birch bark page? That's one of those pages I need, I think. Smeagol? He wasn't called Smeagol here, he was called something else. I'm trying to target this one right here, I can't click it. Maybe I've already clicked it. Well, we'll search these goals. I think I've already searched them though. I'm trying to target this thing like it's like right at my feet. There we go. I'm pretty sure I've clicked everything in this cave. I think I've clicked all these things like 3 or 4 times. Nothing over here. There's a blemish trinket somewhere. That seems like something I should do. I don't even know where that is. Oh, what? Where did I even select this? I don't even know how, but it has teal gear. So that is exciting, and then it has essence slots, I guess. The rest of it isn't that great. It's not bad by any means. But I just have to deliver that to Ada. That is it. Wow. I did not expect a teal piece of gear from something like that. Where do I turn this in? So I turn this in back at Holtvis. I will exit the cave just in case there is something here. But I was talking a little bit about Radagast, and not too familiar with him. Don't know too much what's going on with him. I know he's a brown wizard. And I was actually a little bit with the wizards. I know there were like brown wizards. There was the gray wizard with Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White wizard. And then there were blue wizards, I think, as well. But yeah, I know he's the brown wizards, and about him, he His quests in Erid Mithrin weren't too bad. I don't know, just overall the zone and the annoyance of in-game got to me with that update, and it was, didn't really continue it, especially because the legendary servers were released. If the legendary servers didn't come out, I probably would have continued update 23 a bit more, but yeah, that's a little bit why I stopped with it. So now we need to find Radagast, and that will actually be the bookend quest, I think, for this, the Nightmare's End. So I'm glad I did decide to finish that, and good with the timing here. I think it's actually about to storm. It's looking awfully dark for 7:40 p.m. in the summer. Oh yeah, we actually have a severe thunderstorm warning around us. Well, that's exciting. I don't really usually lose power or anything, so there wouldn't be a problem with me like streaming during that. If I randomly disconnected though, that would be why, but it's not here yet. And I don't even remember exactly what my point with that was, but that's not why I'm going. I have, as I mentioned, other things to do. Also have to work on tomorrow's video, which should be a fun one. That one will actually be about the virtue system. Okay, we got Ada's untouched shoes. Okay, won't get those. We got padded boots of the Triobad Woodsman. Okay. Then we have Holtvis Warrior's boots. I actually like the name of these. I like the name of Ada's untouched shoes. That one's kind of funny, but this one's got the neatest, best name, I guess. I wouldn't call it best over Ada's untouched, but they're just different names. But normally don't look at something like that at all. So that's a upgrade alone, I think. A little bit. A lot of upgraded armor. I'm actually curious how much that affects my physical mitigation. So 40.2 to 41.4 just from the armor. That's pretty crazy, actually. But a lot of agility. I think the agility's enough to actually make it an upgrade just alone without even putting essences in it. And I do have one essence to put in it at least. Meet Radagast at the Gladden Fields. But yeah, I do want to look at my reputation before I get going here. Still acquaintance. That is sad, but we can look at a task board and see if I can get anything with that. There should be a task board somewhere. I already got that page. I just saw a random page. It wasn't even glowing. There's a task board. See it on the minimap at least. There it is. We'll see what this has. Have I sold recently? No, I still have some junk items. Stone-worn furs? Stone braided skins. Don't have that one. Lost essences if it's 5 of those. Stone-worn furs. Well, I have like all the things I don't need. Gray dust piles, pebbled filth. I don't have anything I need for these tasks. The other one I think had the same type of stuff. Yeah, I'll go ahead and accept these, but I don't think I'll have enough for any of that stuff. That's kind of unfortunate. I must have sold task items. I wonder if I can still buy them back, because I kind of remember selling somewhat recently. And I think I even mentioned that I need to not sell task items, and then I probably did that. Yep, I sold some. I'm just getting everything back, and then I can see what I need. I don't know if I have enough to turn anything in, because I'm not even getting the stuff I think I needed for the task anyway. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Because that's just good for me to get the reputation and keep that up to trying to get exalted, or not exalted. I keep calling it exalted. I haven't even played WoW in like a long time, and I'm using the WoW term. But get kindred. And get ally especially. I'd like to get ally especially. I have a lot of ghoul marks now. And getting ally would let me get... Oh, I actually need Vales Beorning tokens. I don't know how to get those. Maybe I have to finish the zone a little bit more, but to get to the return to Beorning house. But I could get 2 of these teal ones, actually. These aren't... Yeah, I could get 2 of these teal ones. I believe the teal ones would be better. Wait, what are the teal ones? The teal ones are... Oh, these have settings, gems. Okay. Wow. These are better than I thought. So we got runes, and then settings, and gems. So we got all three of those. And yeah, just getting these will be really nice. Like the tactical mitigation and resistance there would be a pretty big upgrade. Could get critical rating. Yeah, those are all settings, and they would just be a big upgrade from when I have finesse one. Probably just want that one. I need so much finesse right now. That stuff is bothering me right now with all that. Yeah, get vitality right there and critical defense. That'd be better than any of the other primary stat ones. So yeah, just a lot of big upgrades I can get here for my allies to get gold marks for, and a lot of DPS increase, I think, with the base combat damage modifier. That's actually a pretty big DPS increase from that. So that's why I want to get to ally, and I'm pretty close to ally, and why I'm going on about the task, which I usually pay zero attention to. But anyway, that will be about it for this stream. We've been going almost 4 hours, so a long time. This zone is still, I would say, let's see, overall from the zone, besides some of the annoyances, which we can't completely ignore those, Iron Hills was kind of similar. It had some annoyances, but it was overall a pretty fun zone. I still feel like the storyline with there were some things wrong with it, as in it should have been more. Which I feel like I've been saying that about this zone a little bit more, like more quests, but I just mean more in general with the storyline there. That was actually really interesting to me, which is very rare that I get really interested in a storyline. But I was getting interested with Yarnfast, and then, or Yarnfast it's probably actually called if I had to guess. But yeah, that one was nice in that way as well. So two kind of recent zones that I have had enjoyment in. But yeah, as far as like comparing it to other zones, this has been a lot better than any of the Gondor or Rohan zones and any of the Anorian, like Pelennor Fields, that type of stuff. So the questing is good so far here. And that's surprising to me. I almost hate to say it's surprising, it's just a lot better than the old ones. Or not old zones. A lot of the old zones, like old zones, I think is probably still better than this. Because I do enjoy those more in that style of questing. But one thing that annoys me right now, I will say with the questing, is the auto bestow quests. I personally don't like those type. I like to actually get my quests from a quest giver and turn them into a quest giver. Not even necessarily turn them into a quest giver, but at least get them from a quest giver. I feel like that should just be base and auto bestow quest. Shouldn't really be too much of a thing at all, really. But yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on the zone so far. Overall, pretty good impression now that we finished two of the kind of big questing sets, I guess, storylines of the zone with Holtvis and Beorning. I would say Beorning was overall more fun though and had better quests. Holtvis could have had a little bit more going on with it, I think. As I mentioned, like a couple more specific quests could have added to the fun. But anyway, yeah, that will be it for this stream. And tomorrow I will have another video somewhat in the morning time, depending how quickly it renders. I can edit it and stuff like that, and also have some other things going on tomorrow. But we'll also stream tomorrow. It could be later in the evening, but also potentially around the same time in the afternoon. Wouldn't mind doing a long one on this character if it's possible for me, depending on what's going on. But yeah, that's what's going on, and I hope you all did enjoy this one, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing for more, and thanks for watching and joining the stream, everyone.